Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels, we did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us if we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
All you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3?
This is the game that's been on my calendar all year.
We gonna need you. Staying disciplined.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome in, everybody, to the courtyard here in Ossian, Indiana, for the Northeast 8 championship game between Columbia City 7-1 and the Norwell Knights 8-0. Norwell, of course, last year winning a sectional championship before losing to Brebeuf in the regional round. Of course, Brebeuf ends up going to the state championship game and losing in that one. The Knights are coached by Josh Gerber, who's in his 7th season with the school, 39-36 overall at Norwell. He's been consistently building up this program to who they are today, and who they are is the number 1 ranked defense in the state of Indiana, averaging just 3.5 points per game. Norwell ranked number 3 in the AP poll in Class 3A, number 4 in the coaches poll. Taking on a Columbia City squad, they're ranked number 12 in the 4A poll and number 9 in the 4A coaches poll. My name is Jeff Mahoney, and alongside me is Joe Walburn. Of course, Columbia City, coached by Brett Fox, who's in his 9th year at the school. 43-48 record overall. Joe, you take a look at that ranking there for Columbia City, number 9 in the coaches poll. I always kind of favor the coaches poll over the media, because what does the media really know? Exactly. You and I know that firsthand. But this is a great game right here, and we've had a chance to see both these squads. Both these squads handled New Haven earlier this year pretty well. Columbia City beat them 49-7. And you'll remember in that game, Michael Smith, a great defensive player for the Eagles, he also converted 3 onside kicks. So Coach Fox and company did a great job recognizing something there with that kickoff return team with New Haven. Of course, Norwell beat New Haven right here at home, 59-7. Now, the Bulldogs weren't exactly at 100% during those games, but these are 2 game squads in Columbia City and Norwell. And I'm telling you what, we are fixing for a good game tonight.
Yeah, this is sheepdog ball at its best in the county, and 2 teams that are very similar, Jeff. When you look at them, one team loves to run the ball with the flex bone offense. We laugh about and call it the 81 Cadillac, but the flex bone offense for Columbia City has got the job done, averaging 294 yards a game with an offensive line up front led by Jack Maley, that's 264 pounds. So Columbia City's just been awesome on offense. And then you have a quarterback in Colton Piper who's thrown 14 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. You have Showtime Stratton Fuller on the outside with 32 catches. 9 of those as touchdowns. So Columbia City comes in with an offense that can pound you with the run game, great slot backs. We talked so much about Getz, had the big game last week, but don't forget about Ethan Sievers, averaging almost 7 yards per carry, and they got the big fullback in Justice Corey. So Columbia City wants to come in. They want to run the ball, but with Piper and Fuller, they have the ability to throw the ball, Jeff. And as far as Norwell, very similar. With Columbia City, they have a plus 12 turnover margin. Norwell has a plus 13 turnover margin. So it's very interesting. And offensively for Norwell, they're averaging 272 yards of rushing offense a game, 7 yards a carry. They have an awesome offensive line with Millard, Billard, Cotton, Bolin, and Zettis. And that right side with Brody Bolin and Kyle Zettis is just awesome. So what's interesting about Norwell, Jeff, with Columbia City, they want to pack it in with the flex bone. Norwell wants to come out with 4 receivers in the spread and spread you out and then run right at you. So I tell you what, both teams have a little bit of a different style, Jeff, but they both have been just dominant running the football, and here we are in the county championship.
Joe, coming into this game, I'm thinking Columbia City is a good squad. This is going to be a close matchup, and everybody's telling me Norwell is going to kill these guys. Now, are you serious?
I agree with you.
Norwell, okay, here on the John Harrell prediction, 35-21. I had one of the top SAC coaches say Norwell's going to win this game by 28. What the Swamis say? Norwell's going to win by 24?
24.
So,
yep.
I have a hard time seeing that. But you know what? When you look back to a year ago, okay, Luke Graft, first team all-conference. Yeah. Brody Bolin, Kyle Zettis, first team all-conference. Cade Shelton, John Colbert, first team all-conference. I mean, these guys are just loaded. Trey Bodenheimer, second team all-conference. Graft was first team all-conference as a cornerback his sophomore year. Brody Bolin was first team all-conference as an offensive lineman his sophomore year. And both of those guys could have been chosen first team all-conference on defense as well. So when you really kind of look at it this way, this Norwell team is a team of destiny with this senior class.
This is as good as it will get at Norwell. Dare I say it, I think this has the potential to be the greatest Norwell team. So you're right, a dominant 3A football team, Jeff. And what's interesting is 7 guys play both ways. I mean, think about that. Columbia City has 2. One of them being Fuller, and of course you want Fuller on the field both ways, and Ethan Sievers. Norwell has 7 guys to play both ways.
Wow.
And that's why I tend to kind of lean on the side. This game's going to be much closer because I think Columbia City is big up front, strong up front. I mean, that O-line for Columbia City goes 264 pounds.
Yeah.
So you've got size up front, and these offensive and defensive linemen for Norwell have to play both ways. That's got to be a big advantage for Columbia City. But I'm telling you, as awesome as Brody Bolin is, and I mean, you talk about a kid who's 6'3", 270, and he is Jeff, you can speak to this. He is a fantastic athlete. I mean, so dominant on defense, 35 tackles, 12.5 tackles for a loss, 3.5 sacks. As dominant as he has been, I think the key tonight is Kyle Zettis. To play that 3-4, you've got to have a dancing bear playing that nose tackle position, and that's what Kyle Zettis is. Zettis is 6'2", 260. They just haven't moved him at times this year. So I think he's really the key for that defense, Jeff. And I agree with you. I think this game's going to be closer. I think Columbia City is probably the biggest surprise team in our area. And I think as the season went along, people were reluctant to give Columbia City that respect. But after they handled Leo last week and that Johnny D defense, I give them a lot of respect. I think we're going to see a good one here, Jeff.
Wow, one of the best Norwell teams of all time, if not the best. Okay, Norwell and Columbia City, neither have won the NEA conference, right? Okay, so the conference was newly formed here. 2015 was its first season. Leo, East Noble, and Belmont shared the conference title that year.
Yes.
That was a great Belmont team that year led by Caleb Hankinson. But you have to go back to the Northeast Hoosier Conference, which was founded in 1989. Now, Homestead was a part of that conference.
Yes.
They won 16 conference titles.
Carroll, yes.
Columbia City and Norwell each won 2 apiece. Norwell won it in 2006 and in 2009. course, in 2009, they met up with a Sherwood Haydock Harding squad. We got a chance to talk with Sherwood yesterday. How great was that, Joe?
Oh, it was fantastic.
We talked to him for about an hour having pizza, and then for about an hour and a half on the show. We could have talked to him for about 2.5 hours, the living legend, Sherwood Haydock. But Norwell lost to that team 28-21 in the first round of sectionals. But in 2006,
that was the team.
Under Coach Jeff Miller, they went 14-1. Their only loss was in the state championship game against Indianapolis Chittard. So you're speaking big time when you're saying this could be the best Norwell team ever.
And what's interesting is, and I'm going to date myself a little bit, I did the games in 2006. I called the Norwell Homestead game that year. When Norwell went to Homestead, and it was a track meet, and Norwell just laid it down on Homestead.
Wow.
And that was right at the beginning where Homestead was really starting to develop athletes and get dominant.
Joe, Norwell won that game 55-18?
Yeah. It was close early on.
55-18?
It was close early on, and Harness just went clear off.
Oh, wow.
That was probably that Norwell team and the Leo team last year that lost to Northridge in the regional.
Okay.
Those are probably two teams that I was surprised didn't win state championships. I thought for sure Norwell would win the state championship that year. But I'm telling you, this mix here, they had Harness back then, but this mix here, Jeff, is more physical, okay? I'm telling you what, they didn't have a bowling like they did this year. I mean, and with Bodenheimer, the other end, 6'1", 210, I don't like the 3-4, but this is a 3-4 that works because the front three are so good. And then you come back behind them with, you've got Ringer, Graff. I mean, great backers behind him. And Luke Graff comes in. We talk about running the ball in offense. I mean, how about 45 tackles, 10.5 tackles for a loss, 5 sacks, 2 interceptions? I mean, Luke Graff is having a Laban Davis type of year this year for Norwell. He's just awesome. So defensively, and then you mentioned it too, Jeff, on the back end, Shelton and Colbert will all conference last year on the back end on defense. So they are just, barring any injuries, Norwell is just absolutely loaded this year. This is a special year. And then offensively, Jeff, they can hit you with so many backs. They've got Luke comes in with, he's run for over 500 yards, 11 touchdowns. They're now starting to get Colbert some carries. Colbert's a big kid. We think of him as a strong safety, but he's 6 feet 205 too. Yeah. So that's a nice kid that you can spell Graff with. So, and then we didn't even talk about their ability to pass. They really haven't shown much of that. But you've got Neuenschwander out there. He's averaging 17 yards a catch with 3 touchdowns. Shelton, we think of him on defense, but at the slot back position, he has 3 touchdowns, Jeff. And Bodenheimer's averaging 37 yards per catch. So when they throw it, and then Leighton Bailey, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So, this is a game when you break down the stats, you think, wow, man, there just isn't a lot of weakness with either one of these teams. So I know that's a big statement about Norwell, but I saw the Norwell version of 2006. I did those games, and seeing this Norwell version, I just feel with Bolin, Zetis, and Bodenheimer up front, it's much more physical, Jeff.
Oh, and then this Columbia City squad has 15 seniors starting offense and defense. And Josh Arntz, he is a player. And what I love about Arntz is, he just has a nose for the football. He is a middle linebacker. And then you see that picture in Northeast Indiana game night that the Swami put out there. This kid is diesel. Yeah. His biceps, they look like they go, I don't know, Joe, 18 inches.
Oh, he's thick, as you always say, Jeff. When we had them against New Haven, it felt like New Haven was kind of hanging in there. And then Arntz checks in on offense, and all of a sudden just runs everybody over.
Isn't that something?
Remember that play you called?
He's so balanced, too.
Yeah, so balanced. And the thing about Arntz is, what you don't realize is Arntz can play the fullback and spell gory, or he can play the slot. Arntz can catch the ball really good, too. So, you look at these great backs. We talk so much about James Getz, who made the cover of Game Night. And that was a beautiful picture. I tell you, the photography, that Casey O'Boyle game night lays down is just beautiful. But James Getz comes
That's
in.
the gold rush. They did a great job with the gold rush.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And just the caption, you can almost just see the little bit of the facial hair on James in that picture. But, James comes in averaging, Jeff, 9 yards a carry. So, 5'6", 170. But don't let that 5'6" fool you. That's a dog with some heart. Yeah. And he has just run all over people this year. But they're so balanced with their backs. But Arntz is kind of the wild card because Arntz is a kid that can run you over, but he also has a little bit of shake to him. So I thought he really dominated the New Haven game. And we know how good he is defensively. I mean, defensively, 48 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks. Arntz and Chacon at the linebacker position are just awesome.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we talk so much about the 81 Cadillac with the offense led by Piper this year. That defense has just been filthy. And I tell you what, Carnahan, Tucker, Heiser, and Tim up front. And then they've got Geiger. Geiger's leading them in sacks. They can bring him off the bench if they want to roll into a 5-man front or get a pass rush. But that defense, that 4-4, has been nasty this year for Columbia City, Jeff.
And Joe, you got to take me through that. Now, first of all, we talk about all the all-conference players for Norwell a year ago.
Yeah.
Ethan Sievers was a second-team all-conference split back. Easton Carnahan, Riley Tucker, Josh Arntz, all second-team, all defensive players. So a lot of the first-teamers for Columbia City did graduate. Of course, they graduated Greg Bolt, which everybody in that community loves. Greg Bolt is now over at the University of St. Francis, continuing his athletic career. But this is interesting, okay? We got 2 running squads. But one team, Norwell, they're going to spread you out with the 4 wide receivers. The other team, Columbia City, they're going to pack it in the box. Joe, if you're Norwell and you got this 3-3 defense, okay, does that bode well? Because Columbia City packs it in the opposite way for Columbia City. You're running 4-4, but you got 2 wide receivers to the left and 2 wide receivers to the right. What do? Do you got to spread those backers out? Do you got to go to a 3-man front to get more people in the defensive backfield? Let me start with Columbia City, okay? What does Columbia City's defense have to do to slow down this rushing attack and Luke Graff and Leighton Bailey? I mean, what do they have to do?
What I would do is I would slot into a 5-3. What I would do is I'd bring Jackson Geiger into the game. Geiger's a little undersized, but he can play defensive end, 4 sacks. He'd be your quick end. I would bring him in and play a 5-man front because Norwell's so good up front blocking, but I want a hat on every single offensive lineman. As Bill Belichick always says, if I play a 5-man front, it makes every offensive lineman block. What I would do is I would take Chacon and I would put him at a rover position. I would leave Sievers, Arntz, and Smith in the game. And I would I kind of liked your idea last night around the fort, too, with the way you guys defended it with your safeties coming up. I like that idea.
And just real quick, Joe, in our 5-2, what I like to do is I like to shade my D tackles, and I like my D ends to be on the outside shoulder, maybe even a step out. But the thing is, my philosophy is no linebacker is going to get beat by those O guards. My linebackers are going to kill those O guards all day.
That's the key tonight. That's why you play a 5-man front. I'd play a 5-3, and I would tell Sievers and Smith, you got the slots if they go out for a pass. I don't think Norwell's going to pass the ball much. But at that point, I got a 5-2, and I've got Dominic Chacon, my rover. I can move him around the strong side. All of a sudden, I basically have like a 5-4 in the game. And then obviously Fuller and Stahl are going to have to match up with the outside splits, Jeff. That would be what I would play tonight if I'm Columbia City. I think Columbia City is awesome up front with Tucker and Heiser at the D tackles. I mean, Tucker goes 5'11", 300 pounds. He's another dancing bear. We saw him run for a touchdown this year, but I like the idea of playing a 5-3 with using Chacon, moving him around. I really like Dominic. I think Dominic could move around the formation because it's all about stopping the run tonight. This is smash mouth football. So that's what I would do if it was my Columbia City defense. I'd have Stahl and Fuller on the splits outside. I would roll Geiger in the game. I'd play a 5-3 with Sievers and Smith. They got the slot backs if they go out. And then with Dominic, number 20, I can move him around the formation. I'm stopping the run with that, baby. And I'm saying, look, if you're going to beat me down here in Austin tonight, you're not going to run over me, okay? you're going to have to throw it over me. And I got Fuller and Stahl as my corners. I got a shot, baby. I'm going to play one-on-one, and you know what? We're going to have a bloodbath, a war in the trenches. That's what I do if I'm Columbia City.
You know, do we got 40 times with this height and weight and all that stuff? You know, because I'm looking at Seavers. I like Chacon and Arntz right in the box, behind those D tackles.
Yeah.
Seavers at 185, plus being as great as he is on offense.
Yeah, you could.
I like him being able to run. I like what you're saying.
He could be a rover
there.
too. I like that. And you know what? That's a good point. You could flip Dominic and Ethan. Maybe have Ethan be the rover. But I like my 4 backers so well. I want them all in the game. If I slide Geiger in the game and play the 5-man front, that's what I'd do if I'm with my Columbia City defense. Now, as far as Norwell's defense, I tell you what makes Norwell's defense goes is that nose tackle, Zetis. I'm telling you. I know I continually go back to that, but if you play a 3-4, you have got to have a dominant player at the nose position, and that's what Zetis brings to you. And what's made them so successful, Jeff, is Zetis commands a double team. You know you got double bowling. You just ate up 5 offensive linemen, and your linebackers are free. Now, my adjustment tonight for Norwell would be is I would bring my linebackers up an extra step, because I want to make sure I can cover these gaps, because with this flex bone offense, they love to attack the edge. So I want my backers a little tight, and I would be tempted tonight with Norwell. I would be tempted to take away contain responsibility of my defensive ends. I would let them crash down and let my outside backers have contain. That would be my adjustment. And then I really, really like John Colbert. 6 feet, 205.
Well, he can run the ball also.
Yeah, I would like to get him up at the point of attack, too, for run support, because really, with Columbia City, you have to worry about Fuller, obviously, and I'm assuming it's either going to be Bailey or Neuenschwander matching up with Fuller. Maybe Shelton gives a little bit of help, and then you got the tight end Shear. So I think Colbert can come up at the point of attack and kind of be an extra defender. So to me, that's the key of the game, is who can stop the run.
Yeah, so okay, who can stop the run? Okay, let's say both teams stop the run, because I'm kind of thinking, is this game going to fall on the shoulders of Leighton Bailey, the senior quarterback at 5'9", 170, and Colton Piper, the senior quarterback at 6'1", 200 pounds?
Yes, that's what I would do. If I was the defensive coordinators, I would take away the run game. We would fight as hard as we possibly could in the trenches for every yard if I'm the defensive game. I'd say, look, either Piper's going to beat me or Bailey's going to beat me. And that's what this game really should come down to if we see it. And we've seen both of these quarterbacks haven't had to throw it like we see with maybe a Bodie or a Luke Halpert or a Peyton Slavin or a Jimmy Football. But when they do throw it, they've done a nice job. And I think Piper, we love Greg Bolt up here, but Colton Piper has put in a season, man. People don't understand. Colton Piper has an extremely live arm. And when I say live arm, I'm saying it is strong. I think we all were taken aback. We knew Colton had the ability to be good. Exactly. He is big. He can shake off tackles. He plays well in the pocket because he's so big. And we all kind of felt like Jake Smith said, Joe, I think he's going to be good this year. I said, man, Jake, I think he's got the potential, but he doesn't have a lot of experience. He's been awesome. 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And I think his play has really, because there's some flaws in this flex bone offense that we can kind of pick on, but the play of Piper has really minimize those flaws, and then you've got such a talented kid outside of Fuller to the point that maybe Columbia City goes away from tendencies tonight. Maybe Columbia City throws the ball a little bit on first down tonight, Jeff, to kind of loosen up that Norwell defense.
Well, when you look at that Colton Piper, and this is the reason why I'm not saying I like Columbia City to win this game, but I like this to be one heck of a game. Because when it comes to passing, Colton Piper has 32 more attempts, than Leighton Bailey does on the season. Bailey does not have a receiver with double-digit receptions, so they're not necessarily used to catching the ball in big games. When you look at Columbia City, Stratton Fuller has 32 receptions. Joe, you and I both know he's projected as a sophomore as one of the best wide receivers in Northern Indiana. He's only a sophomore. And they also have Peyton Shear, who goes 6'6", 220 pounds, okay? Now we're looking at the defensive backs for Norwell. Cade Shelton goes 6'3", John Colbert at 6 foot, 5'11" for Klein Neuenschlager, and Leighton Bailey goes 5'9", okay? So that's quite a height advantage right there. And you love those big, tall tight ends. You love putting them up the seam.
Yes.
Okay? Getting them 20, 25 yards downfield, hitting them, and letting them catch that ball at its high point.
I totally agree. I think Peyton Shear is very, very important tonight for the Columbia City offense because what Norwell wants to do when you play a 3-4, you want your linebackers a little tighter and you want to be able to really attack a little faster. If you have a tight end that can run the seam, it's going to keep those backers honest and keep those backers deep. So I would play around with Peyton Shear tonight. I know they always keep him attached to the line. I would maybe unattach him a couple of times, but I'd run some seams on there. That's going to make McCabe and Ringer think about that on the outside instead of constantly sneaking up for run support. So I agree. I think so much. I think Leighton Bailey is just a tremendous football player. But with the quarterbacks, I feel like Piper could possibly go win you a game because I think his arm, his moxie is that good. And with Showtime Fuller and Shear, you've got the weapons. Yeah. And it could come down to a game where as Jake Smith always says, bring the body bags. It could come down to a game in the trenches. It's such trench warfare that comes down who can throw the ball a little bit, and who can maybe pick up the play calling and throw it a little bit on first down to help their quarterback out because we may come out here and it just may be a war where there's just not a lot of run lanes, Jeff.
Well, I mean, if I'm Coach Fox, I stay away from Brody Bolin. I stay away from that side of the line.
You have to. I mean, he is so dominant. I mean, 6'3", 270, but he's a kid that's an athlete that's like he's 6'3",
13 tackles for a loss.
Yeah, because you know what? He's 270, but he moves as if he's 210. I mean, he's such a fantastic athlete. To me, he's a Big Ten kid, and I'm scratching.
Oh, he's a total Big Ten kid.
I'm scratching my head over.
We've been saying that since his sophomore year.
And I'm going to get off topic a little bit because I'm so frustrated because you and I identified Bolin, and you identified Mylan Graham, and we begged Purdue and Indiana to get Mylan Graham, and now if IU and Purdue come up and offer Mylan Graham first, then Ohio State comes over the top and offers. I get it, man, okay? That's Ohio State with the wide receiver coach and the greatness over there. But how does IU and Purdue not offer Mylan first? That's what I'm not understanding. And Bolin, to me, is a Big Ten kid. I mean, 6'3", 270, but a tremendous athlete. And I agree with you. If I'm Columbia City, I got to stay away from his side. And I think maybe I use Maley. Maley's just a sheepdog at right guard. Maybe Maley can help on Bolin, and I just run away from that side. But he is a offensive play wrecker, Bolin is.
It's no coincidence, okay, that Brody Bolin played varsity football last year. The team wins a sectional championship. Plays varsity basketball last year. The team wins a sectional championship. Hey, these guys at Norwell on the basketball court have been together since they were little guys, okay? And they were always competing for city championships. I mean, they come to Fort Wayne as 7th and 8th graders, and they compete with, I don't care who you are, Memorial Park, I don't care who you are.
And see, if I'm Illinois or Purdue, I come watch them play basketball, and I go, wow. And then I know about the family, the athletic history of greatness in the family. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I offer. And that's why, because here's a kid who's 6'3", 270 that can dominate on a basketball court like that.
Yep. Hey, and then on the baseball field, you need a strikeout, he's your guy.
Yeah.
You need an ace, he's your guy. You need a cleanup hitter, he's your guy. You need him to play the hot corner, you need him to play first base. Yeah. Anywhere you need him to play, he can do it.
And let me ask you this, Jeff, because you came up in the great CYO League. Talk about the advantage of these kids for Norwell and Columbia City, because Jake Smith and Lewis Fuller and these guys are they've been putting the work in developing these kids. Same thing with Norwell. Talk about the advantage that you guys had coming up and just playing together year after year after year. I mean, that's got to be a huge advantage for Norwell.
And obviously we know a lot about the Columbia City U system, being friendly with Jake Smith. And, and Joe, you've coached in that system, and your stepson is on the team.
Yep, 7th grade, sure.
They just take it so serious. I mean, Jake Smith puts his heart and soul And then Coach Reimer with the 8th grade squad puts his heart.
Reimer's been fantastic at 7th grade. You're right, and Coach T.
And those kids are an absolute unit. I don't want to say it's ran like the military, but those kids don't step out of line. So much so that Jake Smith brings a bunch of Columbia City boys up to the CE Stars Top 100 Showcase in Crown Point last year. And these guys are taking awards left and right.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of his guys got the MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was Jackson Geiger's little brother, Noah Geiger. But you're right, and they start him at like 3rd grade, and same thing down here with Norwell. They just build units, man.
Well, and the thing about Norwell is all you gotta do is talk to Coach Gerber.
Sure.
Now, Coach Josh Gerber, I fell in love with that man. Just having a chance to speak with him on Around the Fort with Casey O'Boyle in Northeast Indiana game night. I mean, Coach Gerber comes from Steve Wilt's school of philosophy of coaching. I mean, he's going to love on these players, and they're going to do it the right way. And it's like Coach Gerber says, we can run any system you want us to run, okay? We're going to tackle. We're going to run hard. We're going to lace our shoelaces up the right way. We're not going to lose our equipment. We're going to line up in straight lines for calisthenics. So, you tell me what you want to run because my guys are going to run it the right way, and we're going to get the job done. So true. And that's filtering down into the youth systems. And, Joe, honestly, these schools that have 8th grade squads and 7th grade squads, and the high school coaches can be a part of that and kind of, work with the middle school coaches.
Yes.
They have such an advantage over the schools where basically they're pulling from a pool of players. I mean, we know it living in Fort Wayne, okay? Bishop DeWanger, okay?
Yeah.
The kids come from St. Vincent's and St. Charles, okay? Everything's ran the exact same. You don't step out of line. We talked with Coach Garrett about it.
Yeah.
And that's why those kids are able to have a lot of success in the SAC. Coach Tittman over at Snyder, they've got 30 years of rich tradition over there.
Yes.
So those kids come in and they're not late for class anymore.
No.
They're getting their grades. I had a chance to talk with, AD Steve Zimbo the other day. And that's one of the things that there's just so much respect for that program. When you look at Coach Hawley, and then you look at Coach Isaacs, and then you have ambassadors like Rod Woodson and Vaughn Dunbar and Jabbar Robinson and Willie Burton and Courtney Davis, and the list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Right? You can't let those guys down.
No, you're absolutely right.
Because it's an echo from behind. And that's what Coach Gerbers is building here at Norwell.
Totally.
And that's what Coach Fox is building over there at Columbia City, because they know the importance of getting the right youth coaches in place so that they don't have so much work to do with their freshman class. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Correct.
They can spend time on refining things instead of spending time on how to line up straight for calisthenics.
It's so true. And you know what's interesting, too, is like the 7th grade championship on Tuesday is Norwell and Columbia City, and that's what it is. And they're putting the work in. And see, when I played
Joe,
over at Geyer,
I'm sorry to cut us short, but we got senior day here. Let's
sounds good.
Let's let Mike
Great day.
Football memory was winning sectionals last year at Peru and having his dad coach him throughout the years. Layton's future plans are undecided at this time. Layton Bailey.
That's quarterback Layton Bailey.
Caden Blinn. Caden is the son of David and Lane Blinn. Caden has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He has been involved in FFA for 1 year. Caden's favorite football memories are Thursday nights when the football team gets together for food and cornhole. Caden's future plans include attending an undecided university to pursue a degree in pre-professional biology. Caden Blinn. Our next senior is Brody Boland. Brody is the son of Ryan and Melissa Boland. Brody has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He will play basketball for the 4th season this winter, and next spring will compete in baseball for his 4th year. He has been involved in Champions Together for 4 years, a 1-year member of Athletic Council, and has been on the Riley Dance Marathon Committee for 1 year. Brody has been a member of 4-H for 10 years. Brody's favorite football memories are playing cornhole at team meals along with winning sectionals. Brody's future plans include attending Bowling Green State University to pursue a degree in secondary education and to continue his football career. Brody Boland. Xander is the son of Jason and Kristen Borney. Xander has been a member of the Norwell football team for 4 years. He has swam for 1 year and next spring will play baseball for his second season. He has been a 10-year member of 4-H and has been involved in FFA for 4 years. Xander's favorite football memories are hanging out after team meals and playing cornhole. Xander's future plans include attending Purdue University to pursue a degree in computer science. Xander Borney. Our next senior is Sam Bradford. Sam is the son of Michael and Amy Bradford. Sam has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He has played on the World Baseball Academy for 8 years. Sam's favorite football memory was spending the last 4 years playing the Sporting Loves with his best friends Aiden Rusu and Kyle Zettis and the entire football team. Sam's future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a degree in nuclear and chemical engineering. Sam Bradford. The next senior we have is Lance Chandler. Lance is the son of Brian and Andrea Chandler. Lance has been a member of the Norwell football program for 1 year. He has played basketball for 2 years and swam for 1 year. Lance's favorite football memory was playing basketball at the team meals with his teammates. Lance's future plans include attending IUPUI to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering. Lance Chandler. Our next football senior is John Colbert. John is the son of Aaron and Sherry Colbert. John has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. This winter, he will play basketball for his 4th season. John's favorite football memory was winning the sectional championship. John's future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a degree in dentistry. John Colbert. Up next, we have Connor Dryban. Connor is the son of Kim Dryban. Connor has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. This winter, he will wrestle for his 4th season. Connor has been involved with St. Joseph Catholic Church Youth Group for 4 years. Connor's favorite football memory was being on the team with his brothers throughout high school. Connor's future plans are undecided at this time. Connor Dryban. Our next senior is Luke Graff. Luke is the son of Ryan and Kristen Graff. Luke has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. This winter, he will play basketball for his 4th season, and next spring, he will play baseball for the 4th year. His favorite football memory is winning sectionals last year. Luke's future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a degree in business and continue his football career. Luke Graff. Our next senior is Avery Harder. Avery is the daughter of Adam and Mary Beth Harder. Avery has been a manager for the Norwell football program for 1 year. She played volleyball for 3 years and has played club on the Summit City Wave for the past 3 years. This semester, she is interning in the kindergarten classroom. Avery's favorite football memory is Coach Harkless yelling "water" and "behind the white" at every game. Avery's future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a psychiatric degree. Avery Harder. Our next senior is Hudson Kahn. Hudson is the son of Eric Kahn and Jessica Sizemore. Hudson has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He has ran track for 2 years, and this winter he will wrestle for his 4th season. Hudson has been a member of 4-H for 4 years. His favorite football memories are from JV games freshman year. Hudson's future plans include continuing his welding career and gain manufacturing knowledge. Hudson Kahn. Our next senior is Cale Mallory. Cale is the son of Joel and Beth Mallory. Cale has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He has played basketball for 2 years, and next spring he will play baseball for his 4th season. Cale has been a member of National Honor Society for 2 years and Student Council for 1. Cale's favorite football memory was winning sectionals last year at Peru. His future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a business degree. Cale Mallory. The next senior we have is Stuart McCabe. Stuart is the son of Bill and Melissa McCabe. Stu has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He swam for 1 year. This winter he will wrestle for his 2nd year, and next spring will play his 3rd season of baseball. Stewart has been a member of National Honor Society for 2 years. He is an active member of St. Mark's Lutheran Church. Stewart's favorite football memory was finally beating Leo this year. His future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a business law degree. Stuart McCabe. Up next, we have Klein Neuenschwander. Klein is the son of Shane and Tracy Neuenschwander. Klein has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He played basketball for 1 year and next spring will play baseball for his 4th season. He has been active in campus life throughout high school. Klein is currently employed at the worldwide headquarters of Black Creek Farms. His favorite football memory was beating East Noble his junior year, as well as beating Subway in the 10U Little League Baseball Championship at the Uniondale Field of Dreams. Klein's future plans include pursuing a career as a journeyman linesman. Klein Neuenschwander. Our next senior is Drew Ringer. Drew is the son of Kurt and Tricia Ringer. Drew has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. He wrestled for 1 year and next spring will run track for his 3rd season. Drew's favorite football memory was winning sectionals last year and celebrating in the locker room. Drew's future plans are to continue working for Brooks Construction. Drew Ringer. Our next senior is Aiden Rusu. Aiden is the son of Greg and Amy Rusu. Aiden has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. Next spring, he will compete in track for his 3rd season. He has been involved with Hope Missionary Youth Group for 4 years and has been on Hope Missionary Student Leadership Team for 1 year. Aiden's favorite football memory was winning sectionals last year and singing Beautiful Girls after the win. Aiden's future plans include attending an undecided college to pursue a physical therapy degree. Aiden Rusu. And our final senior is Kyle Zettis. Kyle is the son of Brad and Vicky Zettis. Kyle has been a member of the Norwell football program for 4 years. Next spring, he will compete in track for his 4th season. Kyle has been active in campus life and has been a member of Hope Missionary Youth Group for 7 years. His favorite football memory was winning sectionals his junior year at Peru. Kyle's future plans include attending the University of Northwestern Ohio to pursue a degree as a high-performance automotive mechanic. Kyle Zettis. And also a happy 18th birthday to Kyle Zettis. Fans, let's give these seniors another round of applause.
Well, that's some good stuff right there, Joe Walburn. As
Yes.
you can see,
great kids,
and a lot of multi-sport athletes. You know, obviously at the Class 3A level, you get that, but you know, you got Luke Graff there, Brody Bolin. You know, they play football, they play basketball, they play baseball together.
Yeah, just great kids, great families. How about the support out here? You know, God bless all the families. You know, think about it when you're a parent, man. All the trips, all the running around, all the sacrifices. So it's a special night, but what a great senior class for Norwell.
The moms are always the unsung heroes, you know.
Absolutely. God bless them.
Absolutely. So, Joe, let's talk about next week too. I mean, Norwell is going to compete in sectional number 27. They're the only undefeated team in that sectional. You got Yorktown at 6-2, Heritage at 5-3. They're actually going to Heritage for the first round of the playoffs. We plan on going there. Summit City Sports does, to cover that game as well. So, what you like Norwell's chance there in that sectional?
Yeah, I think Norwell's going to roll through the sectional.
Oh, they're going to roll through it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Heritage will put up a little bit of a fight. Heritage is much improved this year.
Yeah, they are.
So Norwell got a tougher team. I was kind of hoping that Heritage
beat South Adams this year.
I know, Heritage is a good team. I was kind of hoping to see maybe a Heritage and Yorktown matchup before the draw, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yorktown's going to be waiting in the sectional final. Yorktown's having a good season.
Okay.
I think one of their losses is to New Pal. Yorktown's down by around Muncie, but Norwell is just going to be too strong. They're going to roll through that section.
Well, Yorktown did beat Delta. Delta
Yes.
did hand Columbia City
That's
its
right.
only
That's
loss.
right. So Yorktown's a good team.
Okay.
That'll be a good test, but I think Norwell will come through that sectional.
All right, well, looking at Columbia City Class 4A Sectional 19. Now, we love this sectional.
That's a dogfight.
But Columbia City's got the best record, okay, 7-1 overall, but they got to go take on a Wayne team that's playing some of its best football of the season, and they're starting to get healthy, Joe. When you want to start to get healthy here come playoff time. So Columbia City has to travel to take on Coach Sherwood Haydock and the Generals next week.
That was a tough draw, if you
That's
ask
a
me,
tough draw.
because Wayne's 2-6, but Wayne has had guys suspended. They haven't had Nehemiah Young. They've had all kinds of injuries. Now, wouldn't you know it, Wayne's now getting back to full strength, and they're going to be full strength next week. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Wayne does, what their game plan against Carroll is. But here's Columbia City. You're going to have the war tonight with Norwell, and everybody else this year has taken a couple of weeks to recover from those Norwell games. Now you got Wayne next week. You go from really a spread attack with power run game with Norwell to all of a sudden a spread that's opened up with athletes all over with Wayne. So that's going to be interesting. But I like that sectional 19. I think that Angola-East Noble matchup is intriguing, and I'd love to see a rematch of Angola and Leo in the second round. And also, forget about my guy Irk there for DeKalb. How about DeKalb and New Haven? They may put 100. I'll tell you, that scoreboard may go up over 100 in that game, Jeff. So there's some really good matchups. I'm really excited about sectional 19, and I'm excited that they brought the teams back together because they brought New Haven and Wayne and South back into the sectional with Columbia City, Leo, East Noble, and Angola. That's the way it used to be. So I really am excited about sectional 19.
Yeah, Tegan Irk, how about it? 6 touchdown passes, setting a new school record. He's having a great season. Hasn't been super easy for DeKalb. They're 3-5 overall. They're 0-4 in the sectional, 1-4 against the Class 4A teams, but
getting Wiley back too. I mean, that's another team. We talk about Wayne getting Nehemiah Young.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, DeKalb's going to get Donnie Wiley back, so that's going to help too.
Yeah, and looking at Wayne, Christian Trimble throwing for all those touchdowns. He got 7 touchdowns the last 2 games. I mean, what a performance he had against Homestead.
Absolutely.
And we got our national anthem.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. Folks, my name's Jeff Mahoney. We got Joe Walburn, Tommy Norris here in the booth. Pat Reith upstairs on camera. He'll be taking care of you for sure tonight. Pat's one of the best in the business. I'm telling you what, it's pretty windy up there. I brought him some gloves and a heavy coat. I hope Pat's doing okay.
Don't worry, Pat. I'm going to take care of you after the game, baby.
Some chicken wings?
Chicken wings, whatever you want after the game. Pat is the absolute best. We are so lucky.
Well,
couldn't do this without him, Jeff.
And you remember a couple years ago, we're over at Northridge, and it's cold like this, and the rain is blowing from left to right. It was so windy and it was rainy.
Yeah.
And Pat was up there, did a great job.
Tough guy.
And unfortunately, Northridge got the W against Leo in that game. That was a crazy game. And then Northridge did it again last year. So Northridge, last year Northridge was able to knock off Columbia City, and then they went to a state championship game before they fell short.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man, that 4A playoff football has just been awesome the last few years. But I tell you what, county championship to end the season, but boy, for either one of these two teams, it could be a springboard into the playoffs. You come out here and win this game tonight, claim this county championship, it could really be a springboard into a deep playoff run for either one of these two teams, Jeff.
Yeah, 2 senior-laden teams here, and I know, just like you, Joe, pretty excited for this one. We're just 5 minutes away till kickoff, and honestly, I want to see how these defenses react to these offenses here and what they're going to game plan for, because like you said, with Columbia City, you got depth there. You got depth at the fullback position. You got depth at split back, and Stratton Fuller is an absolute difference maker on the offensive side of the ball. You got the speed and the athleticism of Stratton Fuller and the strength and the height of Peyton Shearer with Colton Piper, who has been the Summit City Sports Player of the Week this year. I think that could be the difference in this game. Obviously, with Brody Bolin and Luke Graff, you pair those two guys up in a UFC cage match, Joe, I'm not sure if you got a better combo in the 2-6-0.
I'm telling you, they should have went the Oklahoma drill tonight, too. How about Bolin and Graff against Arnson Bailey, man? That would have been awesome before the game, but you're right. We're going to see, and when you have a big game like this, Jeff, a lot of times, like a big heavyweight fight, that first round or two, man, they're kind of going to feel each other out. We'll see if anybody can throw a big bomb. You know, we'll see what happens those first couple of possessions. But sometimes in big games like this, the first few possessions are key. So also, I want to see which offensive coordinator is brave enough maybe to break some tendencies and throw the ball a little bit on first down. So I tell you what, man, it don't get any bigger than this in the county, and man, do we got some dogs playing. There's some bad boys that are playing in this game, Jeff.
Well, Joe, let's hear a word from some of our sponsors here. We got Big Eye Fish.
Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their first Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish.
That's some good fish over there, Joe.
Yeah. Kelly Automotive celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their brands at drivekelly.com.
And they got a brand new service mall over there off Illinois Road. Man, they're doing it up big time.
Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more.
Yeah, rest in peace, Big Tom.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, great man there.
Great guy.
He loved the kids, man. He loved sports. He's
Absolutely.
a great man.
Absolutely. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com.
Ottenweller Contracting, they do a lot of the work with the Traction AP kids as well. I mean, they're just great sponsors.
Yeah. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana.
They got Spider-Man leading them. These two teams are coming out hard. You see Columbia City with that flag? Holy cow.
Woo, Tommy, we got some ball tonight, baby.
Yes. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu.
We appreciate that. It's Tommy Norris
Tommy
here.
Norris, woo!
And
Well done, baby.
Tommy Norris, he's our eyes in the booth, Joe. He likes to keep us straight.
I tell you what, Tommy Norris is the greatest high school spotter. Never misses a thing or a penalty. Everybody's like, Joe, how do you know the penalties? How do you see that? Because I got Tommy Norris. Look at the captains, too, Jeff.
Tommy, you know, he's a star at Northside. Then went on and played college ball at Manchester.
Yep.
So he's got a lot of football in him, as we all
does,
do.
Man. He doesn't miss a thing.
This corner of the booth has a lot of years of football. I got 14 years in me. I know you guys do, too.
No. He's an old river rat, man, but we won't hold that against him. But look at those captains out there. Boy, when they came out, Jeff Bolin kind of circled the sideline and stared down the Columbia City sideline. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's not playing, man.
He's not playing tonight. It's serious.
And Norwell is going to defer,
serious.
so Columbia City is going to receive to take it. That means that Norwell is going to get the ball to start the second half. And you got Graft out there. He's a beast.
Yeah.
You got Bolin. Zetis. I mean, these guys are straight up football players.
Yeah, Norwell's ready. You can just see Zetis, Bolin, these guys are ready to go. Look at both teams, man.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, you know what? This is fantastic, man. This is what 260 high school football is all about. I'm getting those chains, baby. We're rolling those 260 chains, man.
They got me excited. I got goosebumps down my legs.
That's
It's going to be a good game.
That's what's up right there, Tommy.
Absolutely, Tommy.
And Coach Gerber's feeling it out there.
Let's go.
He's an old offensive lineman. He's got his shorts on. He's going to be wearing his shorts when it's 20 degrees out there because that's how the O-linemen roll,
That's
Joe.
how they roll, and this game's all about offensive linemen tonight. And, boy, let's see. Columbia City gets the ball first. Let's see how this starts off. And remember, when big games like this, we focus so much on offense and defense, Jeff. We have to remember special teams. And that's what Jake Smith always says to us. Special teams are so important.
Yeah, in Columbia City, James Getz, he's their main return man, 7 kickoff returns on the season with a long of 53. Averages 20 yards per return, so that's pretty good for Getz. You also see Stratton Fuller back there. He averages 23 yards per return. And to kick it off here for the Knights, it is Austin DeLeon, a junior, 5'8", 155. And you know what? 36 touchbacks on the season. Joe, I can play the fiddle this well as well.
They're rocking it here. Here we go, baby.
And we are off. Wow. And that one into the end zone. Look at the leg there.
Wow, what a weapon. That's a great way to start with field position for Norwell. Wow, you were right.
No doubt about it, man. 36. Can you believe that? Touchbacks on the season. So, and you like that, Joe.
Absolutely.
You know, the other team's going to get it at the 20-yard line. You don't have to get your kickoff team too beat up going down when you got a lot of guys going both ways. That's pretty important.
Yeah, that's a big weapon to have. Like you said, got 7 guys going both ways. Nice to be able to protect those guys on special teams. So here we go. This is going to be interesting to see how Columbia City starts this.
Colton Piper, your QB, Justice Gorey at fullback. And the handoff goes to number 24, the split back for Columbia City. That's Ethan Sievers.
Yeah, and that's great defense. What they did that time, that was almost like a jet sweep for Columbia City. And Norwell keeps the contain and gets that play pushed out of bounds. Watch it right here in the Traction AP replay. See that? That's a jet sweep. Look, they got contained. Look at the corner come up. Beautiful defense on the outside by Norwell.
You got to string that play out. That's going to bring up 2nd and 12 here and a good job cutting it up there by the big fullback Gorey as he's going to pick up about a 5-yard gain there. Joe, I like that.
That's a good play. Gorey comes in averaging 5 yards a carry. But see, on that first down play, they got behind the chains. Gorey gives you a good run. Now you're 3rd and about 6 here on a big money down.
You're on 3rd and 6. Be a gain of about 1 yard. Once again, making plays all over the field is that Stuart McCabe, number 24?
Exactly. That's McCabe that comes up and makes the tackle from his outside linebacker, 5'8", 170, the senior, 43 tackles, 4.5 tackles for a loss. I see you, Stuart. That's how you play outside backer, and that's a big stop. Columbia City might try to draw him off here. You got a punt here, baby.
And Stratton Fuller is the punter here for Columbia City. Piper under center. They're going to go for it. Holy cow, Joe. Are you serious? Look at Brody Bolin. He says, get out of here.
I don't like that. I definitely don't do that early on in the game.
Don't understand
that one. That one didn't make any sense. You've got to punt that ball away.
Wow.
I don't know if they were trying to draw them off and that ball got snapped, Jeff. Looked like they were going to run the kick unit on there, but watch it in the AP Traction replay. See the kick unit at the top's going to come on. Look at them blow it up. Look at the penetration. Beautiful. Nice defense, but man, that is a gamble I don't
You're
take
going to
early
go
on.
4th down,
No way.
and you're going to run to Brody Boland's side? I don't know. The handoff's going to go to Graff.
Woo!
Nowhere to go, but he bounces it outside.
Man.
Hey, that's a good job coming up there. Is that Fuller?
Yeah, that was Fuller. It looked like Fuller or Stahl that came up on the outside to help make that tackle. But, man, he was stopped initially up front by Riley Tucker and Heiser up front. So let's see.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 here for the Knights. Bailey under center. Handoff once again goes to Graff. They're going to pound it right up the gut. Look at him spin forward all the way to the 19-yard line. I think he's going to be just a yard short.
Yeah, and that's great push up front by that Norwell offensive line. We talked so much about Boland and Zettis. How about the center of that time? Cotton firing off that time and getting that block. So now, Jeff, here you go. Get a big 3rd down here for Norwell.
And that is Stratton Fuller out there at cornerback, manned up with the wide receiver. Handoff once again to Graff, and they're going to push their way forward for an easy 1st down as Graff picks up about 4 yards.
And if you look at the Traction AP replay, these linebackers for Columbia City, Jeff, in this 4-4, they must take a step forward. They're a little bit too deep. Watch it, the Traction AP replay. See how the backers are a little deep there? They got to be quicker, and they got to be able to read that faster and be more at the point of attack on that.
Yeah, you got to clog it up. So 1st down and 10. The pitch goes out to Graff. And Graff takes on 2 tacklers right there, man. He's initiating some punishment.
Yeah, he sure is. And I think that was Arntz that got out there with Colton Payne. That time the safety came down for Columbia City. Looked like that was Payne that time came down. 6'3", 180 on that tackle too, Jeff. Watch this. See the cut right there? Beautiful. Look at the safety and the backers come. That's good defense, though. That's how you run backside, baby, and get that play taken care of. So now, if I'm Columbia City, now Norwell's going to burn a timeout. I roll into a 5-man front right now if I'm Columbia City.
Wow, well, let's take another look at this play right here. The big 4th down stop here for Brody Boland. And Boland comes off flexing because this is a huge play. And he says, really? You're going to try me? I'm a 2-time I'm a 2-time first-team all-conference player, and you're going to try me?
That can't happen. That's 4th and 4 in a big game. They were wanting to run their kick team in. Maybe they were going to try to draw them off sides. Maybe they saw something. You got to punt that ball away. So you don't want to give Norwell an early touchdown here, and you're putting a lot of pressure on your defense. So that was a bust on the coaching staff that time,
Joe,
Jeff.
I'm going to Bowling Green State University. I'm a future Falcon, and you're going to try me on 4th down? Come on, Joe.
In your own territory, too.
Come on, Joe. 2nd and 8 here for the Knights. Looking to score on their first possession of the game. Once again, getting the ball and a turnover on downs. It was 3 plays and almost out for Columbia City. Now being pressured. Going across his body. Back of the end zone. Great job putting on the pressure. That was number 53 there for Columbia City. That's Landon Tim.
Tim is fantastic. 6'1", 240, the junior.
He's not tiny, Tim.
Nah, he's running backside, chasing, and here comes Arntz. And I thought for a moment that he might get the corner. Watch this. Watch him chase. Look at Arntz come. Beautiful. That's how you close out. Yep, beautiful. Leighton just could not have a chance to set his feet and throw the ball. That's great defense. Now, Columbia City desperately needs to stop here on this play, Jeff.
Columbia City's without their backup QB today, so under center, Bailey. Handoff once again to Luke Graff. Graff dragging tacklers inside the 10. That'll bring up 4th down and short, about 2 yards.
That's a great run. It's an interesting play call for Norwell to run the ball in 3rd and 8, but Graff kind of motors it out. Now you get a 4th and 2. Now what do you do here, Jeff? Do you gamble here? I would go for it here if I'm Norwell. You have a chance. Columbia City has the bust on 4th down. I go for it here and see if I can get an early touchdown. Big play, Jeff.
I think you're right. This is a big-time game.
Play.
And you know what?
Yes.
Right now you're playing with house money, right?
That's exactly why you go for it here. Now, if I'm Columbia City, I would roll my backers up tight. Norwell's going to burn a timeout. Talk about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What a start to this game. But honestly, I'm still shocked on that 4th down attempt there by Columbia City.
Yeah. It was just a mistake because I saw up top their kick unit was wanting to run in. My guess is maybe they thought Piper could maybe bark a little bit and draw them off, but they saw something, and you're right, Jeff. Of all the plays to run, boy, you don't run a dive play right at Bolin, and that was the end of that. But let's see if Columbia City can survive here. It's fourth and about a long 2, maybe 3, so let's see if Columbia City can get a stop here. This is where I would bring my backers up, and I would press the point of attack. I really don't think Norwell's going to throw the ball here. I think they're going to turn around and hand the ball back off to Graff. Probably run behind Bolin here if you're Norwell. So let's see what Columbia City does. Norwell is going to put the receivers out there, try to spread them out. I would go one-on-one, and now I would roll my safeties and my backers up. You got to get tighter. My backers have got to get tighter. They got to get tighter, baby.
So you're on 4th down inside the 10-yard line. Got a wing to the left side, tight end to the right. Power to the right side, and Graff's going to power forward. I don't think he's got it.
He's
Great
short.
job by the Columbia City defense.
That's a tremendous push by Riley Tucker. He's going to be short, Jeff. That's going to be about half a yard short. That's tremendous push by Riley. I see you, Riley Tucker. That's how you play D-line. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you come off the ball. Woo! That's how you do it, baby. Tremendous push. Wow, does Columbia City dodge a bullet, Tommy?
Big time
wow,
stop.
That's a big time. Woo! Man, that's a big stop, Jeff. That's a tremendous push up front in the D-line.
And Norwell comes out with the tight end right, and then motions the wing to the right side. Graft trying to pound it just in between the tackle and the guard.
Yes.
But Columbia City holds strong. So now the second possession of the game for the Eagles on 1st and 10. They're going to go out wide and get nowhere to go. Wrestled down by number 22 for the Knights.
Ringer. I see you, Drew Ringer. 5'8", 165, the senior. Man, I love defense. That's tremendous defense on the edge. I see you, Drew. That's how you come up and make that tackle.
Drew Ringer ran for 100 yards in the first game of the season.
Wow, that's Piper out to Fuller, and that's a tremendous pass. He was covered, Jeff. It's a tremendous pass that time to get that ball out there. I like to see that in the Traction AP replay. That shows you how accurate and how well Piper can throw that football.
First down here will be big.
So 3rd and short, they're going to hand it off to the big fullback, and I think he's got it, Joe.
Yep. Yeah, he's got it. That's Gorey just kind of
draggling
tacklers and getting upfield that time, Jeff. So, yes, nice job by Gorey, good push. But, Tommy, I tell you what, that second down pass to Piper was that he got that ball to Fuller was really big, Jeff.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Jet. And
nice.
James gets nowhere to go. Man. Once again, just great pursuit.
Wow, those backers are good, man.
Coming up for Norwell, that's number 24, Stuart McCabe again. McCabe is flying around the field.
Yeah, Ringer gets to him first, and McCabe dog cleans it up. Way to chase all those 4 linebackers. Norwell's so good at backer.
2nd down and 11 on the sweet Seavers. Whoa!
Wow.
Just got tripped up there by Drew Ringer. Ringer is having a heck of a first quarter.
I would not run that jet sweep or that little sweep play that they're running because Norwell's too good at outside backer. Seavers never had a chance, and man, them outside backers are pushing. You're going to have to throw the ball here if you're CC.
3rd down and 15, rolling to his right. Piper's got a man. That's Stratton Fuller. Fuller looking to make one guy miss, and does. That's a first down for the sophomore Stratton Fuller.
Now you know what you got to do, okay? Now help your quarterback out and throw the ball on 1st down. Watch this route by Showtime Stratton. This is why he's a Power 5 kid. Runs the corner off, makes a great comeback to catch that football. If I'm Columbia City, I trust Piper. I throw it a little bit more.
1st and 10 from the Columbia City 33-yard line, and falling forward is Gorey again. That's a big gain of about 5 yards.
That's a good push. I tell you what, I feel like Columbia City took a right hand but really withstood it here in the first quarter. But you've got the ability to throw the ball here with Fuller.
Absolutely. On 2nd and 5. Nope, they're going to keep it on the ground. Gorey.
Woo!
Big
Man, they're
hit.
hitting.
Coming up for Norwell was Aiden Rusu.
Boy, does Rusu put his pads
Yes,
on
he does.
Gorey. And Gorey's a big kid. Gorey goes about 205, but Rusu just drops him. But right now, Columbia City's on schedule, Jeff.
But you're right, Joe. On 2nd and 5, that's when you can take a shot downfield. So now it'll be 3rd and 1, and Bolin.
Yeah, that's offsides, and that's a nice job. They bring the motion with Severs, and what's interesting is, I haven't seen this before on Columbia City, it's more of a jet motion.
Yeah.
Piper gives you a different snap account that kind of matches up with the motion, and they catch Bolin. I like this drive. Now it's 1st down. This is where I would go against tendencies, and I might throw the ball down the field here.
Severs on the right wing. Piper, pump fake, looking for Stratton Fuller, and just overshoots his man. Nice coverage on the play by Cade Shelton.
Yeah, nice job by Shelton. Piper gave him the fake. He wanted Fuller. That ball just needed a little bit more air. It's pretty windy out here tonight, but Shelton does a nice job to come over and take that away. But I like the ability to attack, though. That's going to help your run game because that's going to make those safeties back up a little bit.
Fuller now on the bottom of your screen. And once again, going to the air, looking for him, and he's got a man. That's Ethan Severs all the way down to the 10.
Nice pass. Severs sneaks out of the backfield from the slot position. And how about Piper? They roll him to the short side, Jeff, and Piper just throws a laser. There's your seam route. We thought we might see it with Shear, but that time we see it with Severs. See the little roll right there in the traction AP replay? There's the seam. Beautiful.
Now they're going to hand it off to Getz. Looking to get the outside. Once again, good pursuit by Norwell, taken down by the 9.
And this is where you just have to be brave. The play calling is magnificent for Columbia City. They are attacking, and they are being brave, Jeff, and throwing the football.
James Getz, only a junior at 5'6", 170.
Runs so hard.
2nd down and 8. Ball at the 9-yard line. Handoff goes to, is that Gorey or Severs? That's Severs.
Yeah, we'll see who that is. But, boy, Norwell closes that up. Now you're going to have to probably throw the ball here.
No.
3rd down.
That's Arntz in the game.
Is that Arntz? Okay.
Yeah, that's number 32, Josh Arntz.
Well, they dropped him quick. I think maybe that was Zetis that got him down so quick. But I tell you what, big play here. Now it's 3rd down. Let's see what Columbia City dials up here.
So on 3rd and 7, Piper going to the flats, just outside the reach of, I think that's Stratton Fuller on the far side.
Yeah,
no.
he had him. He just missed him. He had Fuller, Jeff, and he just barely missed him. If Piper just holds that for a moment, they wanted the out to Fuller that time. He had him. He just missed him. He's going to hate that in the morning because he watches the tape. That's there. But good job by Norwell to kind of survive after the big pass to Severs. So let's see if Columbia City can get some points here.
So this is junior Landon Urban, 1 of 2 on the season with a long of 39. It's up. And it's good. Columbia City scores first, takes the early lead, 3-0.
24-yard field goal by Landon Urban is good.
How about that? I tell you what. How about the save by the defense on 4th down to get the stop and to get the ball back? Great push up front by that defensive line, Jeff. And then the pass right here. See the pass? Kind of snuck Severs out of the slot position. Piper just drops a dime on the seam. We thought we might see the big tight end down the seam. Instead, we see the slot back down the seam. So, boy, that was a big drive for Columbia City, and they get the first points and draw first blood.
And you kind of wondered in this one, you know, there's so much being made about these 2 running games. If it wasn't the passing game, that would be the difference. And so far, Columbia City's got the edge in that department.
And they found something. If I'm Columbia City, now I know I've got a pass game, but now I have to be brave at times to call that on first down. So that was a great answer. And that's why Columbia City has so many seniors. They kind of had a mistake on that fourth down, a poor gamble, but they were able to overcome that and not give up the touchdown. So, boy, that's why you love to have a lot of seniors on your team that can work through those situations.
Drew Ringer and Stuart McCabe back deep for the Knights. That'll be received at the 7-yard line. He lets McCabe going up the gut, taken down at about the 26-yard line. That's actually number 27 for Norwell, Aiden Rusu.
Yeah, that's Rusu that gets up the field on that. So now we're going to see that Columbia City defense and that Norwell offense again here. So let's see. It's going to be interesting kind of what Norwell does here, because Norwell felt like they really had the power rushing attack and could run right at Columbia City. But Columbia City held up real well on that drive. So now let's see what Norwell dials up here, Jeff.
You know how it is, Joe, with those power rushing attacks. It gets harder and harder the closer you get to the end zone.
Yes, it does. And I tell you what, when you can pack it in, it makes all the difference in the world. So we got somebody shook up that time on Columbia City, or maybe getting his helmet fixed.
That looks like Arntz.
We'll see, or maybe he's getting his helmet fixed. We'll see.
Number 32, and that's one guy you cannot
if that's
afford
Arntz,
to lose.
Man, I tell you what, we better hope he's okay, because they need him.
Well, he looks good walking off the field there. You know how it is on kickoff. Sometimes somebody can catch you with the shoulder over there in the chest. You might get the wind knocked out of you or something, because he looks real good walking off.
He does. And I tell you what, that's the most dangerous spot to play is kick return and kickoff. Now here we go, Jeff. Let's see. Let's see if Norwell maybe throws the ball a little bit here. Let's see what they do.
So once again, it's the senior Leighton Bailey under center on 1st and 10 from the 26. Now he's rolling out to his left. Has a man, and it's complete. That's number 20, Cohen Bailey with the touchdown. Holy cow, from 74 yards out.
How about that, man? Rolls him. Wow, you talk about the quarterback play early on. What a pass by Leighton Bailey. And we talked about it. Only 8 touchdowns, no interceptions coming in. That was a dime that time. Caught Columbia City asleep that time on first down. I'm telling you, Jeff, when you can go against tendencies and be aggressive and throw the ball on first downs, good things can happen.
So the PAT here to put the Knights up by 4. And it's good.
And Bailey only had 3 catches on coming in on the game. So only 3 catches on the season for Bailey. Now watch this. See, they're going to sneak him out right there. You see him on the wheel route. He's got him. Woo-hoo-hoo! I got you, baby. Nice ball by Bailey. Rolling to his left. You know how I hate those right-handed quarterbacks rolling to the left. But Bailey just drops a dime out there, man. I tell you what. Man, what a pass. And Cohen Bailey only had 3 catches coming in, so Columbia City kind of fell asleep, not worried about him.
Wow.
What an answer, man.
I'll tell you what
an answer.
If you're Norwell, boy, you just take that momentum right back, and that's how you do it right there. That's your senior QB stepping up and said, I got you, dog.
That's exactly right. That's a big play, and hats off to whoever called that play. That takes the guts to throw that ball on first down, but what a monster reward for Norwell to get it. So now, boy, you're like a heavyweight fight now. Good teams respond. Let's see if Columbia City can respond.
Wow, so it was a big play. Colton Piper to Ethan Sievers as we have another touchback. De Leon's 2 for 2 in that department.
Yeah, what a weapon for the special teams for Norwell. So here we go. Now let's see what Columbia City can do. Both quarterbacks are showing you, yeah, these may be run teams, but we can throw it too. Now let's see how these defenses are going to begin to kind of settle in and adjust, because they're getting some different looks in the pass game. Whew, what a game, Jeff, man. You talk about a county championship. Whew.
And, Luke Graff set that up with that first possession because he was pounding the Eagles. Handoff and not much happening there. Good job by big number 75 for the Knights. Of course, that's Kyle Zettis. Joe, you couldn't say enough good things about Kyle Zettis in the pregame.
He is a fantastic football player. When you play the nose and the 3-4, you get doubled every play. 6'2", 260, a senior, and at times almost unblockable.
Out of the 4-point stance there is Zettis. Here on 2nd and 9, Gorey.
Fumble!
Oh!
That's a fumble. Now let's see what they're going to do.
That ball is picked up by John Colbert.
Oh, they're going to say he's down. Wow.
Okay, he's down.
Woo, that's a break.
Ground can't cause the fumble, Joe.
Now, I'd like to see that one again. That's a break for Columbia City, but Gorey's going to hold on to that ball. Now let's see. You get a 3rd and 8 here. Now you're putting pressure on your quarterback to throw it here. Got to be careful if you're Piper here.
Under center, Piper rolling out. Quick pass, sideline, incomplete, intended for Stratton Fuller. Now you got to punt if you're Columbia City.
Yeah, you got to punt here, but that play is because Bolin and Zettis are so fierce with the rush. Piper threw the ball too soon. Piper's got to wait for a moment to let Stratton get out of his break. That was there. It was a speed out, and he had Stratton. He just threw that ball too early that time, so good defense, though, with Norwell, and Norwell might get some good field position here.
Norwell's first possession started inside the 30. It's blocked! Loose ball, and wow, the Knights are going to have this one inside the 5. Holy cow!
And that's Stuart McCabe, the senior.
You know it.
5'8", 170. I see you, Stuart. That's a great play. Beats the block, and the Columbia City punter just kind of turns and almost punts it into him, Jeff. Sometimes with those rugby-style kicks, you get in trouble. Watch McCabe right there. You see he beats it? There he is. Woo! And the punter just kind of blocks it right into him. But Columbia City's got to put some pads on McCabe. But that's a tremendous play and a tremendous effort by McCabe.
Yeah, and the Columbia City punter, that's Colton Piper, I believe. Pitch goes out to Luke Graft. Wanting to hammer this one in.
Woo, man, he was close.
Down to the 1.
Dragging tacklers. Now you got to get your backers up closer if you're Columbia City. Now if I'm Norwell, I go on a silent count here. You might even be able to sneak this in, but I go on a quick count here if I'm Norwell. That was a huge turn of events, that block punt there, Jeff.
So 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line, sneaking it in. That Leighton Bailey,
yes.
Touchdown. Yeah. Norwell saying, yeah, that's a 24-point spread.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's a great call. That's a silent count. What happens is Leighton just gooses his center Cotton on that, and then they go right in there. That's a great job. That's what happens when you have a senior quarterback. But that punt block for Columbia City was so devastating, and all of a sudden we're getting close to the end of the first quarter, and Norwell's really flexing their muscles now, Jeff.
Yeah, Joe, and that is Colton Piper, who has 12 punts on the season for Columbia City. De Leon, up and good. Man, does he have a strong leg.
Yes. Now I tell you what, how big's that next series going to be for Columbia City?
Joe, like you said, Bailey gets under.
Yeah, ghost him.
And it's just real quick.
Yep, as we used to do. We used to say, I used to tell him, hey, look, I'm not even going to give you a sound. I'm going to goose you. When I goose you, you snap it and you go. So effective. Everybody else is sitting still, and the D linemen are watching the offensive linemen. So that's good coaching. And this is the difficulty with Norwell. You make a mistake or two, and all of a sudden, it's like an avalanche that falls on top of you, and now it puts tremendous pressure on your offense on this drive because you don't want to get run out of here.
Jeepers.
And look at all the people lined up on the fence, Jeff. That kind of reminds me when you talk about the old days at Zollner, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you played over there, we got an awesome crowd here.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what they got going on with this trumpet thing, but
that's Jake's. That's Jake's.
That's pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. Jake Smith's all about that, man.
Didn't Nebraska do that?
Yeah.
They got a trumpet player or something?
Yep. Now think about these guys in the kickoff team. That's going to make you want to run down, drop your pads.
Oh,
baby.
De Leon slips on that one. That's going to be taken by the up man. Is that Gorey right up the gut? And that's going to be a nice return. Wow, look at that. That's number 33 for Norwell.
Bodenheimer.
Trey Bodenheimer just catches him and says, no, we're going the other way. Now we got a flag.
Yeah, Bodenheimer just bear hugged Gorey.
My.
It's going to be a personal foul on Bodenheimer.
Okay.
Bodenheimer bear hugged him, Tommy Norris, picked him up and drove him into the ground. I haven't seen Gorey handled like that yet this year. So that's Bodenheimer sending a message, but the referee's going to send a message back with 15 yards. Now you got a shot if you're Columbia City. Now you're going to have good field position. You're probably going to be on your own, maybe your own, let's see here, 47 maybe? Let's see here. We'll see where they're going to mark it off at. You're going to get some good field position here. So now you got a shot, even better, man. Your own 49, so even a little bit better. I attack here. You've got to answer now if you're Columbia City. Fuller's been open. Now Colton Piper's got to take a deep breath and just let this game slow down a little bit.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. The handoff goes to Getz, trying to get the edge, following his blockers. Nice run by Getz, who takes it to the 41.
That's CC run game right
Oh,
there.
and now we got a flag.
Yeah, let's see what this is going to be.
Joe, this is an intense game. You got to keep your cool.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Thank you. You got to keep your cool. It's a big game. Guest does a nice job getting behind those blockers and getting upfield. Let's see what this one is. I think the referees want to get control of this. That's 2 plays in a row with a personal foul. It's going to be a sideline warning.
Okay, against Norwell there. So you got to stay 3 yards back. You know, the referees, they need that area to run up and down the field. You never know when there's going to be an interception or a sudden change, and we're going the other direction.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But how about that play on 1st down? That's a good-looking run that time. They got Getz out there behind the big lineman.
Oh, great run.
Now you're 2nd and 1. This is a chance to attack down the field here.
Gorey lined up about 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're going to give it to the big fullback. Nowhere to go.
Wow.
Catching him in the backfield. That was number 24, Stuart McCabe.
And what Gorey has to do, Jeff, is Gorey has got to stay in that hole and keep those pads squared and get down the field. You can't bounce it even one step, Jeff. Watching the Traction AP replay, he wants to bounce this for a moment. See it right there? You got to get in the hole, dog. You got to get in the hole, and you got to run downhill because you know what? Those backers are too good, baby.
McCabe has been awesome this game. 3rd down and 1. And Piper's going to look back over to the sideline. Saw something there in the pre-snap read. And we got a timeout going to be called by Coach Fox and the Eagles. Joe, let's take a look at this run here by Getz.
Yeah, it's a great run. Watch how he gets behind the lineman on this.
Okay.
There he comes. See that? He's tucked in there. That's a great run. See the cut right there? Beautiful. See, he runs so strong. He's not a very big kid, Jeff.
5'6".
He's 5'6", 170, but he runs like he's 210.
Yeah.
He gets tucked in behind those linemen, and he knows right where to make that cut. And I like that play. I haven't liked it that much with Sievers so far.
Yeah.
I like it a little bit better with Getz. But this is going to be a big 3rd and 1 here. Now, do you come back and run your big fullback here, Gorey? Or do you take the approach that's 4-down territory and maybe you try to throw one down the field to your tight end or Fuller here, see if you can catch them off guard?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're Columbia City, you have to pick up a 1st down here.
Yes, you can't give the ball
got to
back.
keep your defense off the field.
I
You
agree.
got to slow down this momentum that the Knights have.
And you may just give the ball to Gorey here. Now, look, it's interesting with Norwell. They've got Bolin out there, moving some different pieces around, too, for Norwell. Now you got 53 in the game for Norwell, too.
Now, if I'm Piper, can I QB? No, you can't. They're just crowding the line of scrimmage there. And Sievers, wow, good job there on the 2nd effort, because you can see on the 1st effort, there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, he was going to be short on that. And Sievers does a nice job. Sievers is such a tough kid, man. He's run for so many yards in his career for Columbia City. That's a great run there. You're right, Jeff. To end the quarter with the 1st down, it's a little bit of a sigh of relief for Columbia City. But what a 1st quarter, brother.
Absolutely. So after 1, it's the Norwell Knights On top, 14-3. You're watching Indiana High School football here on Summit City Sports.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own beach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back, everybody, here on the counter.
Nice, good play call on
Big
first
gainer.
down.
Big
Yes,
gainer.
yes. Now you feel like Columbia City's O-line starting to kind of get lathered up and get that run game going. That's a good play call on the counter there. So good. As long as Columbia City can stay ahead of those chains, they're in good shape. 2nd and 3 here, so that opens up the whole playbook.
Piper under center, gives it to the big fullback. That's Arntz in for Gorey, and he'll be just short of the first down.
That's a good run, but if you watch the end of that, Arntz makes the cut and makes sure his pads are square and gets upfield. So now you're going to have a 3rd and 1. Good to see Arntz back in there. They're going to need him, Jeff. So it's a big money down here. And it'll be interesting to see if you come back to that counter action again, or maybe if you throw the ball here. But I imagine they'll probably run the ball here to Arntz.
I like how Arntz was able to get skinny there and get a couple extra yards. Now they're going to give it back to the
Beautiful.
big fullback
Yes.
who falls forward for the first down. Columbia City's got a drive going.
Beautiful. I see you, Josh Arntz. That's a nice job. The pad level's low. Nobody can really get a hit on him. And if they do, Arntz is going forward. It's a great change of pace to put Arntz in the game here.
Arntz, who goes 5'10", super diesel. This time Piper looking for, we got a PI.
Yeah.
PI going to be called, Joe. Did you see that one?
Yeah, they had double coverage on Fuller, but he was going to break free. It was a play action. He wanted Fuller on the flag route to the wide side, and it's going to be pass interference. I like the play call. See, watch it right here. He reverses out, gives you play action fake there. You see, he wants him on the flag, but they're holding, beating him up the whole way. Now, you threw the flag. You saw it. Got to make that call. So that kind of held up Fuller on that route. I like the play call, though. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a hold.
Yeah.
And you know what? That ain't a bad play for Norwell, Jeff.
No, not at all.
Correct. You're absolutely right, because Fuller's running by that time. Norwell bit on the play action. That's not a bad hold for Norwell, because it could have been 6.
Better 10 yards and
Yes.
6 points, Joe.
Absolutely, and that's what Norwell's saying. Now let's see here. You get down in the red zone situation here. This is where it can be difficult to run the ball. So let's see what Columbia City dials up here, Jeff.
But we got a real chess match going
Oh,
on
yeah.
because they know that they're going to have to double Stratton Fuller, and now they're going to have to be cognizant of Severs out of the backfield. Plus, you got the big tight end Shear.
Yes, absolutely. Fuller's such a weapon.
1st and 10 from the 17, gets on the motion.
Wow.
They give it to the fullback who gets slung forward. Whoa,
Wow.
what a play.
That was Bodenheimer that wrapped him up. I don't think anybody blocked Bodenheimer.
Arntz.
And Arntz just picked him up and carried him like a sack of flour. That's an unbelievable run. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, I see you, Josh Arntz.
Wow.
Wow, man, that's some country strength, dog.
2nd down and 3 gets. Once again, they're going to give it to Arntz.
And you see how hard and how fast Arntz hitting the hole.
This is the play before, Joe.
Yeah, watch Bodenheimer beat the block. Watch this. See it right there. Look at Bodenheimer. Look at that. Get off me. Get off me. You get off me. I'm going forward. I see you, Josh Arntz. Woo!
Well, Bodenheimer was able to do that on kickoff, and he was able to throw Justice Gorey back 3 yards. It didn't work with Arntz.
No, Arntz is like trying to
He must
wrestle.
be a wrestler.
He is. That's like trying to pick up a hog that time with Arntz. Now let's see what Columbia City's got going here.
3rd and 2, they're going to give it to Getz. Getz got a lead blocker, And that'll be a first down as he gets pushed out about the 2-yard line.
That's a great block. I'm telling you what. This drive is brought to you by the Columbia City offensive line. That was a bit of a gamble to run that wide to the short side, but man, do they wham down on that in the offensive line. And watch how quick Getz is here in the Traction AP replay. See the shuffle right there. See that shuffle right there? Look at the old lineman getting downfield. That's a beautiful play call. What a drive if Columbia City can punch it in. Look, full house backfield, Jeff.
First and goal. They're going to give it to the big linebacker fullback as Arntz falls forward. That's going to be a gain of about 1. It looks like it's going to be second goal from the 1.
I'd give it to him again.
1.5.
I don't need 3 guys in the backfield, though. I'd get back on my base package. I'd put Arntz at full, and I'd give the ball to Arntz.
Hey, Joe, I don't know if Tommy told you, but their offensive line didn't sponsor this game. Tommy,
woo! Tell him. Big play here, Jeff.
Tommy was doing the debits and credits, buddy. Second down and goal.
Yeah, Norwell's going to burn a timeout and talk about it because they know how big this touchdown could be for Columbia City, Jeff.
Yeah, well, Coach Gerber gets
Yes.
it. You know, he's got the dogs to stuff this thing up, so they're going to get right over here on the defensive line on second down.
And you got to morph into a 5-2, Jeff. They like to play that 3-4. This Columbia City O-line's so strong. You're backed up on your 1. Yeah, morph into your goal line package, maybe even a 6-man front.
Joe, one more time here with Arntz.
Watch this. Watch Bodenheimer.
Because Bodenheimer, that's one heck of a play.
Bodenheimer's a monster. Arntz just runs right through it. Bodenheimer's a little bit high.
Hey.
And when you have a good back like Arntz, look at the spin job here. That's wrestling. That's the wrestling coach right now for Columbia City going nuts in the stands. He's jumping up and down. He says, wrestling season's coming, baby. You got to come wrestle for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
How much you want to bet Arntz has got one of those 1,200 shirts, you know, where the guys can squat over 500 pounds and bench over 300 pounds and they power clean over 400 pounds?
That's a Jake Smith sheepdog raised. County strong. Now let's see. I give the ball to Arntz again. I don't need 3 guys in the backfield, but I give it to Arntz.
You quarterbacks didn't know anything about that 1,200-pound club, did you?
Not at all.
Okay. Second down and goal. Handoff. Arntz is caught in the backfield. That time, number 33.
Bodenheimer comes
back. He wasn't having it that time, Joe.
He heard us. Bodenheimer says, all right, okay, you guys left Arntz up but not. I was a little bit high. This time I'm going to come off low. But right now, Columbia City's got a major problem with their right tackle. They have got to get a block on Bodenheimer. Watch how fast Bodenheimer shoots through. See it right there?
My goodness.
Come on, baby. That's a lookout block. Look out. Look out. Look out. You can't do that. You got to get your pads on him. Bodenheimer's too good.
That was an Olay block. So fourth down. And Piper's going to try to draw him off sides.
Yeah, burn a timeout. Third down. Yeah.
He was able to get bowling earlier in this game.
I'd burn a timeout here and talk about it, Jeff. Now I'm looking down there. The down marker says 3. I thought it was fourth down.
Third.
So
okay, it's third down.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Okay, I was wondering.
Tommy's going to get you right here in the booth.
They had fourth on the scoreboard. So now this is a huge third down. I burn a timeout. Now, you might be able to go play action and maybe a real quick dump to Shear. Yeah. He goes 6'6". Those backers, if you show any type of play action to Arntz, those backers, Jeff, are going to suck in.
Joe,
and maybe you just kind of lob it over them to Shear here.
I wish Jake Smith was here because
he would tell you.
You're on the right hash, okay? Do you go power left and try to sneak Shear off to the right to the boundary there?
I don't know.
Maybe a jump ball to Shear in the boundary where it's one-on-one?
Boy, possibly. Or maybe I get tricky with Stratton Fuller here, run him across the formation to give those backers something to think about. But I'm telling you what, there's some dogs down there, and it is just difficult to get the ball through those trenches.
Piper from 3 yards out. They're going to give it to Arntz. Oh, what? Perfect tackle! Look at Kraft! Whoa!
Oh! I see you, Luke! Oh, man! Woo!
That is called a perfect form tackle there.
Man, I can teach
Lower the shoulders, wrap up, thrust your hips and drive through. And that's exactly what he did, Joe.
And Jeff Mahoney loves that. The old linebacker's going nuts in the booth. I got to be honest, though. I hate the play call. That was the same play.
Yeah. That is a perfect – hold on. Somebody send this over to the NFL so they can learn how to tackle the right way.
Boom!
What?
What? That's what I'm talking about. Man, oh, man. I hate the play call, though.
Hey, Bowling Green State University is going to be calling up Graff tomorrow.
We'll take him, too. We'll take him, too. And we'll take Bowden.
Hey, Luke, here's the pen. Here's the pen,
That's
Luke.
right. Send the papers.
Holy cow.
Fresh tape. Fresh tape. Fresh tape.
Can we see this one more time, Joe?
That's unbelievable.
This is the perfect tackle.
Boom. Look at that.
What?
The hit. The pad level, the drive, the finish.
Luke Graff is an absolute football player.
Wow.
He's a dog.
Wow. Man, they're going to take the points here. This makes it a one-score game, Jeff.
Second field goal attempt is up, and it is good.
So they got the points.
As the Eagles are going to pull within 8 points. Hey, coming from a former linebacker, we're just going to have to play this tackle here about 10 more times.
Look at the paddle. Boom!
Hey, Joe, you want to see that one in slow motion, baby?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, let's check this out in slow-mo.
Watch him shoot.
Boom! Lift up, and you drive through.
I tell you what, we do so many games.
Oh!
I'm just, I'd be all over him, Jeff. Now, I'm hearing he's a D1 baseball player, but that's almost a shame if that gets wasted on baseball.
My goodness.
That's how you play backer, man.
That is
wow.
100% how they teach it. But to do it in a situation like that,
wow,
3rd and goal,
and the thing about Columbia City, they ran the same play 2 times in a row.
Oh, my goodness.
And they haven't got Bodenheimer blocked on the right side. I would have run a play action there and thrown the ball to Shear, man.
They go power to the boundary there. I wanted to see power to the field, and then I wanted to see Peyton Shear maybe sneak off and maybe have Piper just pop up and pop pass it to him.
I agree.
That ball is going to go into the end zone, so we'll have first
we got some,
and 10 from the 20.
You what, Casey, old boy, I know you're out there. We got some county sheepdogs playing some ball here. Oh, hey. Jeff's fired up. Jeff's no linebacker, Tommy. That got Jeff up out of the chair. I thought Jeff was going to go through the glass on that.
That was a perfect tackle right there,
that was
Joe.
Perfect.
I was ready to grab his ankles.
That's what we all
falling.
That's what we all teach, isn't it, Jeff? Though. But
I can't be falling. I can't be falling out of the window over here, Joe.
I thought you were on your way, but you're right. That's football right there. I'm telling you, if I'm a youth coach, I can teach off this tape. I can teach so much off this tape.
First down, and I'd be falling out the window like our camera did over a spooler in week number 1. 1st and 10 from the 20. Bailey rolling out to his right. Has a man. That was thrown a little bit behind number 20 there for the Knights. Cohen Bailey, who caught the big touchdown pass, but you know what? Even Bailey would say, I should have got that one.
Yeah, if it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it.
I know.
But how about Norwell?
It's a little behind you, though.
That's 2 first-down passes in a row for Norwell.
Yeah.
So how about – I love it. I love the ability to attack.
Like you said, you got to get away from your tendencies in a big game like this.
Yes, you do. Now they're going to come back with this run game. Now, if I'm backers for CC, I got to get closer, baby.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. The pitch goes out to Graff, the big dog, falling forward, and we got a flag in the backfield. Looks like a hold, Joe.
Yeah, you're going to have a hold.
Okay.
That's a great job if that's Tim, the end down there, getting penetration. Graff has to get upfield. That's a good call.
Show them what you're talking about here.
Yeah, watch this right here. Watch the defensive end or the linebacker get upfield on this right there. You see him shoot right there. See the hold on the back end? Yep, that's a hold. He locked him up. You got to let go, baby. You got to let go. But that's tremendous pursuit, tremendous pad level on the defensive line, Jeff, to get upfield on that. That's a big penalty. Now look at Norwell. They're way behind the chains now. Now you got to be careful here if you're Norwell, and you got a chance for Columbia City to get a stop.
3rd and forever for the Knights. They're going to dump it off to Graft. What a catch.
One-hander
there by the big linebacker running back as he takes it to the 19. That's a gain of 10.
Yeah, nice play on second down. Now you got third and about 12. That's a careful play. That's where you want to throw it, but you're just going to kind of throw it to your back. Very conservative, but a good play. Cut the yardage in half. Good chase backside by Columbia City. Now here we go. 7 minutes left. Third down, money down. This is a huge play
Joe,
in this game, Jeff.
and you said it. Luke Graft, you project him at Illinois State. How has Indiana State not offered this kid? Third down and 12. Going deep. Bailey's got
off his hands.
We converged there. No PI call. Coach Gerber's like, are you serious?
Now that's good defense. What happened was you got to turn around. That's not PI, and Bailey should have caught that ball. That ball hung up there, and Bailey had the advantage of seeing it. Now watch it. Leighton kind of winds up on this. See how he kind of winds up and lets it fly? Now it's underthrown. Look at that. Hits him in the hands.
Yeah.
That's pretty good defense. Columbia City's lucky, but that's good defense, Jeff.
When the ball's in the air, that's a 50-50 ball.
That's right.
Now, Brody Bolin averages over 43 yards per punt. He ranks number 5 in the state. Now, he doesn't punt very often because, well, Norwell doesn't usually have to punt. Bolin.
Gotta go get it.
That one's going to be a nice roll for the Knights. Picked up at the 40. Stratton Fuller looking to juke.
Nice.
He'll be taken down at his own 49-yard line.
That's situational football at its finest. That's what Jake Smith and I always talk about. He comes up and gets it. It's going to save them 20 yards of field position and makes a move to get upfield. Watch this again. Now on the pass here, Leighton kind of winds up, but you see how they turn around and play the ball? You're right, Jeff Mahoney. That's a 50-50 ball, baby. And Columbia City's lucky Bailey doesn't make that catch.
Yeah.
That's a great play by Fuller on special teams to go get that punt and to get upfield. Now you got good field position if you're Columbia City.
Leighton Bailey looked like he was winding up for the haymaker. Piper going to hand it off to Sievers. And wow, that's good tackling once again by Graft.
Graft is just dominating this game.
He is.
Again, how does the Missouri Valley, how does Illinois State, Indiana State, how are they not all over this kid? I mean,
you know, he was doing this against Leo.
I mean, this is so
The game
impressive.
he had against Leo was so impressive. So second down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Piper rolling to his right, has a man as he dumps it off to Gorey.
Beautiful.
That's going to be a first down.
That's a great play call. That's the play action. That's the greatness of Colton Piper. He can throw the ball on the run, and he buys some time and drops that ball down to Gorey. That's a great play, Jeff. Watch this. See the play action right there?
Yeah.
Raises the backers. Look at Gorey make himself available. That's a beautiful play call. I love that play. Columbia City really hurt New Haven with that play.
I'll tell you what, that was a great job by the tackle picking up the defender. Now it's Getz. Getz trying to get outside, nothing happening. Graft is just all over the place, Joe. Sideline to sideline, Luke Graft is making plays.
He is just absolutely dominating. That was
My
the counter
goodness.
action. 6 feet 210. I'm telling you, Tommy, this kid is a baller. Getz had the angle for a second, Jeff. Graft's the only one that runs that down. Watch it right here. Watch him break down. You see right there? And he goes and gets him. That's linebacker play. And again, we see these games in the 2-6-0, and we beg these recruiters to get up here.
Second down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Once again, Sievers nowhere to be found. Cannot get that edge. Coming up is Colbert. And now Colbert's flexing for the home crowd.
I see you, Colbert, flexing those guns. I hate that play. They have got to stop running that play. The only time you can run that play in this game is if it's Getz. You can't run that play there because they run too good backside. Watch this on this handoff. Watch him come up. Look at Colbert sell out. He didn't even believe it one bit and comes up and just hammers the pads. That's why he's an all-conference safety. Now you're third and long here, Jeff.
Piper looking downfield. He's got a man on the out. What a catch! Holy cow!
Tommy!
What a Stratton Fuller!
It's showtime! What a ball by Piper! At the last moment, he just throws a rope
He laid out on. He laid out on that one.
Man, that was full
that was a great throw, but that was an unbelievable catch. Stratton Fuller.
That's power
no
five.
joke.
That's Showtime power five,
Watch him
baby.
lay out.
Watch him lay out.
Oh!
I see you, Stratton.
Well, and like Jake said, Stratton had a drop ball last week. I said, are you serious? A drop ball?
That was sick.
He's not dropping any passes tonight. First down and 10. Piper on the play action. Oh, Brody Bolin. Bolin about picked that one off. Hey, that's another PD for Brody Bolin.
Yeah, it sure is. And boy, Columbia City had something there, because if they can get that ball out there, Jeff, they got something. So they had Severs that time. I think he had some room to roll, but boy, that shows you the athletic ability of Bolin. Bolin can beat the block and still have the ability to get up and blake and knock that pass down.
Brody's got 3 passes defended on the season now.
Fantastic defense.
Be second and 10 here for the Eagles. They're going to hand it off to Gorey. Gorey slipping defenders. Oh, it does the splits.
That's a nice play because they brought the motion back. The backers were confused on that time. I like that run play, Jeff, and Gorey just runs so hard downhill. Now your 3rd and 5 is makeable. Watch the action that time with the motion, you see? That confused the backers that time. Look at Gorey. That's how you do it, baby. Stay in the hole and get down the field. Now let's see what Columbia City dials
all that,
up
Joe.
here.
He just did the splits.
Tell you what, we got some.
I don't know. I would not be getting up after that one. I'll tell you what.
Sheepdog ball, baby.
3rd down and 5. Ball at the 25-yard line. Piper looking for it all.
Oh, man.
Wow,
Woo.
that was real close. He was a hand length short.
Yeah, just missed him. Had him. Boy, that was a gamble. Now what do you do here? I think you have to go for it.
Yep.
I don't know if you can kick a field goal here. I like the way you attacked that time with Fuller. You might be able to run the same play. Maybe you try your tight end. See how he gets rivet. Ball's on the line. Look at that. Oh, just misses him. I mean, he had him. Fuller had him beat. Yeah. Big play, Jeff. 4th down here.
And Colin Piper did a good job there getting rid of the ball, Getting rid of the ball early. There's a timing pattern. Just missed him by about a foot.
Yeah, that's a good timeout. I burned one here. It's going to be Columbia City's going to burn a timeout. This is a huge play here.
Yeah,
Let's burn a timeout. Let's figure out what we like best here, Jeff Mahoney. Almost 3 minutes left in the half. Let's bookmark this play, baby. This is a big play in this county championship.
Boy, Luke Graft.
Woo, Luke Graft, I tell you what. Man, I tell you what, 24-point spread for the county championship. Man, we're seeing some dogs out here. How good is Luke Graff, though?
Well, I told you it was going to be closer than 24 points.
You did. How good is Luke Graff, man? And how about Arntz, man? How hard has Arntz ran the ball? And how about the rope that Piper threw? That might have been the greatest catch of the season that we just saw for Stratton Fuller. And, man, how about Leighton Bailey throwing the touchdown pass, too?
I saw Coach Johnson yesterday had his cowboy boots on. I said, it's going to be a lot closer than 28 points, Coach. And he about hit me with his cowboy boots on the backside.
He's got some Flintstone feet. I got to go out and get him a little wider size. He's got those big old Flintstone dogs on the sideline. But
hey, maybe he could trade those in for some Birkenstocks.
That's right, baby. We love you, Coach Johnson, even though you got Flintstone dogs.
Most deaf. 4th down and 5. Rolling to his right. Piper. Pop pass.
Oh! Beautiful.
First
Beautiful.
down.
That's a great play call. I see you, Columbia City, out there, the staff. Coach Fox.
Is that Arntz?
That's Arntz, I believe. That's a great
that's
play
Arntz.
call. I'm telling you, you need a play, you go to Josh Arntz, baby. I love that, man.
Arntz looks like a dang bowling ball out there.
I tell you what.
He's like a pit bull out there.
If I'm Bowling Green, I'll take Arntz too, baby. You know what I mean? I'll take Bolin. I'll take Graff. I'll take Arntz. I'll take Bodenheimer. Just give me the whole pack of these sheepdogs.
Oh, man.
He threw that across his body.
That was a great pass by Piper.
This will be 1st and goal from the 7. Hand off to Arntz, and just slips that tackle. That had to be Bodenheimer coming in there. That sure was.
Piper is so strong and so good throwing that football, Jeff. Some of those throws we're seeing from Piper are across his body in awkward positions, and he still maintains his accuracy. He comes in with 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. just having a tremendous season at the quarterback position. Now, it's going to get difficult to get the ball down here. Now, if you're Columbia City, there's only a couple minutes left in the half, so you're doing pretty good with the clock, but you got to dial up a good play here.
Now, I'll tell you what, you want to eat up the rest of the clock here on second goal. Uh-oh, is that a false start on the offense?
Clock. That's play clock. He went to the sideline, got the play. You got to be aware of that.
Yeah.
You got to burn a timeout there.
Yeah, that's not good.
Can't take that penalty, you know? You just can't take that penalty there because it's so difficult to get down here at the goal line situation.
That's going to back them up 5. Clock stopped at 1:52. They'll get it going. Joe, I'll tell you what, it's almost more important to burn the clock than to get the touchdown.
You could burn the clock and kick the field goal.
Kick the field goal, yeah. Piper on second and goal from the 10. He's looking for 6, though. And it's picked up! Did you see that? That is Alex. No, excuse me. That's Shelton jumping that route for the pick 6.
That's the all-conference corner, 6'3", 180, the junior. And if you're Piper, baby, you can't be late on the out, and you can't miss to the inside.
Wow.
And Shelton does a tremendous job to undercut the route. Wow. Bookmark that.
What a turn of events here, because now you know Leighton Bailey's going to be looking downfield. Check it.
Beautiful. High points it and gets it. That ball was a little bit inside, and you just said it, Jeff. Maybe you kind of run the ball a little bit there and kick the field goal and be happy. But, man, that's a great play by Cade Shelton.
So now Bailey's under center here on 1st and 10. He's at his own 5-yard line. He's going to run it up the gut to get a little space away from the goal line.
Just to sneak to get a little bit of room. Now, if you're Columbia City, you got to suck it up here. That's a devastating turn of events to have that turnover after that nice drive, but you don't want to give up any points here.
111 and counting. Bailey under center. He's going to take it right over the center again. Bounces it outside. Leighton Bailey, are you serious?
Wow, they're yanking at that ball, too.
I would be, too, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, be careful, Leighton. That's a quarterback. Now, Leighton, we got to have a talk. We don't take those kinds of hits, dog, I tell you what. But that's a football player. And now if you're Columbia City, you got to wrap up and be careful. Now let's see if Norwell gets a little more aggressive.
But
here,
Joe,
Jeff.
when you run it, you got to have that 3 points of contact. They're going to be coming after the ball.
That's right.
Bailey with 45 seconds left to go finds Graft out in the flats.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Beautiful.
Wow.
Man, we got some dogs. That's Sievers that time. Plantscraft. I see you, Ethan Sievers.
I'll tell you what, though, Arntz wanted a piece of Graft, and Graft just kind of gave him the sidestep.
Wow, man, the Sievers finished that play.
25 seconds.
Oh! He wants to throw it. Got to get rivet, dog.
Nowhere to go.
Nice defense. Yeah.
Eating up in the backfield.
Big boys just hustling on the backside. I see you, man. I tell you what.
That's
a great
Heiser.
job. That's Heiser. Heiser's a football player. That's going to end the half. Wow. I want to clap Jeff Mahoney.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great clap for football.
What a first half.
Man, oh, man. Woo. Wow, baby.
Well, folks, Norwell's going to take, and they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter here, so the Knights are up by 8. We're going to take a short break here. You're watching Indiana High School football on Summit City Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us, and we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
all you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3?
This is the game that's been on my calendar all year.
We gonna need you. Staying disciplined.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never.
Welcome back, everybody, here at the half. Norwell up 14-6. Extremely exciting first half, and we got a special guest up in the booth, Pearson Harnish, the Norwell great. Obviously, his brother, yeah, he was a Norwell great.
I know he was.
And
that name Harnish, man.
And Chandler, too, his brother. And Joe got to call both these guys' games in high school, and obviously I was working at St. Francis when Pearson won back-to-back national titles in 16 and 17. And I'll tell you what, Pearson, we lost in the semifinals at Morningside in 18, and that was one of the best games I'd been a part of because we didn't win, but the way we came back in the second half. But Pearson started, his freshman year.
Yes.
And, I know I'm a little bit biased, but one of my favorite football players of all time. Yeah, I've seen a lot of football.
They were tremendous, him and both his brothers. I did a lot of their games, and so exciting, man. Does it bring back all the memories to come out here tonight with a big game like this? Because, man, this is just fantastic county football. And, man, what's it mean to you to come back and see a big game like this? It's got to bring the memories back.
It's great, and, we had Chandler, my older brother, and then Mitch, who's my oldest brother, played at Manchester. And,
That's awesome, man.
We come out here, and I have 3 kids. He's got 5, and we sit down here in the front row, and we're watching, in the courtyard here, and it looks really good out here with the new turf field.
Isn't it nice with the new turf? And
the conferences, they all have it except, one team now.
I know. It's awesome. It's just like a different brand of football, isn't it, man? And hasn't the football just continued to get better and better in the 260?
It is. It is fun to watch, all the way up, even up to the north where Angola's had some good seasons.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All the way down, Adams Central, the Flying Jets, they're undefeated.
Jeez, they're awesome.
We got 2 teams right here in back-to-back counties that are undefeated. They're trying to make a run in the playoff, but you gotta win tonight to set the stage for next couple weeks.
Now you have a football eye. Man, how good is Luke Graft?
Luke Graft.
You're a Harnish. You know what I mean? That name's spoken down here with such pride. Talk about Luke Graff for a moment and just how awesome he is as a high school football player.
Yeah, and he's like, as a football player, I know what I'm watching, right?
Exactly.
And there's a lot of plays, some people might not see what Luke does, but right there before the half, there was a jet sweep to the right side of the field.
Yeah.
Luke Graff made the play for no gain on that side of the field by Culver City.
We
the next play, Luke Graff makes the play on this side of the field. He went 60 yards back-to-back, 1-yard gain.
Yeah.
And those are the things that people – okay, that's good on defense, right?
Yeah.
But who do we give the ball to 75% of the time on offense?
Yeah, no, isn't that
Number
crazy?
12.
Yeah.
So that's just – it's really cool to see that.
That's how Pearson played, and he was a quarterback, but he was an even better linebacker.
Sure.
But Pearson, talk to me about Graff's tackle down there, the perfect form tackle.
That was awesome,
and what was that on – second and goal?
Yeah, that was second and goal, and really that took them out of it.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it basically
took them out of their play calls.
It took them out of the play calls,
Yep.
ended the drive, and they had to settle for a field goal.
Yep.
And that's big because they held them to a couple of field goals, and that's why they have the lead 14-6. But man, how about that? You could teach off that, can't you?
You know
man?
what? That's what we call that's that tech tape. You watch technical football, and you take a play from 2nd and 5 where a team should get 1 or 2 yards, and they've got their 3rd and 4th downs right there. But you just blow the play call out. But as a Cougar, I'm up here saying number 12 should be playing next year for the Cougars.
That's what I said.
But hey, I'm just being biased.
I said that too.
I tell you what, I'd be all over them, man. If I was a Missouri
100%.
Valley, if I was Illinois State, Indiana State, if I was a MAC school, I'd be all over them. I mean, if I'm Bowling Green tonight, I'm like, you know what? We got Bowling. I'm going to take Graft.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Arntz. I'd pick out about 3 or 4 of these sheepdogs.
Well, Graft, it worked well with Laban Davis. Obviously, Laban, I think he's going to be done for the rest of the season. He's got to heal up that hip, but we wish him the best. Talk to me a little bit about head coach Josh Gerber. We had him on Around the Fort, and I love this guy. I love Coach Gerber, and you know what? He's a product of Coach Steve Wilt.
Yeah.
And Coach Wilt, your special teams coach at St. Francis. But how well do you know Coach Gerber?
Coach Gerber's a great guy. He was my defensive coordinator all the way through my high school days here. He actually was on staff for my brothers when they were in high school back in the early 2000s.
Wow, so he's got deep ties.
Deep ties, Taylor grad. I still think he holds, you look at him, he holds this record, but he holds the power clean record at Taylor.
Does he really?
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that because he came down to the basement, Casey O'Boyle's basement for Around the Fort. And he was a big guy, man. And he had some big sets of leg on. We were like, that guy's a lifter,
when he walks in the room, all right, he lifts weights.
Yeah, he lifts weights. Yeah, you definitely know that.
Well, and he's an O-lineman because he's out here in the cold with his shorts on.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've ever seen that man wear pants. He's going to be out here. It might be 6 inches of snow, but, that tells you what he is, the type of a coach. He wants to be out here with his guys. He's not going to put the big old jacket on and kind of just enjoy the warm. He wants to, be with what his guys are doing.
Sure.
So he's a great guy to play for. Always even keel. So, if he starts getting mad, something's going on. So he's very even keel out there, and I've really liked what he's done with this program. And where they've done the last couple of years is just really fun to watch.
Everybody talks about schemes and formations, and Coach Gerber says, you know what? If you can run well and you can block well and you can tackle well, the rest will take care of itself. So it's not always about all the X's and O's, but he's done a great job with his youth program. And, one of the guys who's really stepping up in this game, and you can see him bursting through the offensive line, is Bodenheimer, number 33. Trey he is so fast. And it seems like he gets skinny to be able to get between that guard and tackle. But what's been your perception of Trey Bodenheimer?
Yeah, and, Trey's had a heck of a couple plays that, now give it to the Columbia City running back for getting out of that tackle. Trey met him in the backfield.
Arntz
got out of that. That was a great play.
We were going nuts up here.
I heard you down there. I heard you 3 rows down.
Let me play that right
These
here.
are 2 bad boys. Watch Bodenheimer shoot. Boom, he's got him, but he's high. Look at Arntz. I say you, dog. Getting upfield, but Bodenheimer. And then 2 plays later, Bodenheimer flattened. Was it Arntz got him back?
Yep.
Bodenheimer's a dog, man.
And he's going to be your energy guy too.
Yeah,
so
is he? Yeah.
He probably got a penalty out there, but he's your energy guy, right? He's going to bring the hammer, like we always said in football. It's better to be the hammer, not the nail, right?
That's right. That's right. Man, coming out here, man. I mean, Jeff and I talk about it each Friday night. It's like every time football season starts, we're like an old horse, man. The hair in the back of our neck stands up. We hear that hut, hut.
Yeah.
We can make those smells. Yep. Not so much grass anymore because now it's turf, but the smells of the crusty pads in the locker room. Mm-hmm. I mean, how much do you miss it? Is it not just bring it back? A night like tonight, we're up here just, God bless Jeff for letting me come out here. We're going nuts up here having a good time. But, man, you just miss these Friday nights, don't you?
And, my brother Chandler, who played under the biggest lights, in the NFL. He still, I know that when people ask him that question, he still says, those Friday nights with my buddies that I grew up my whole life.
Are the best.
You'll never forget those. But like for
Even
myself.
Even more so than when he was at Northern Illinois?
Yeah, he still says these nights. Yeah. Now they had a good football team. He went to state. Probably should have won state, but
2009? No, 2006.
I did that game, 2006, when they ran Homestead off the field at Homestead. Yeah. That was like your brother and them just ran Homestead off the field. We walked out that night. Look, that's the state championship team for 3A. But I agree. I played down at the University of Cincinnati, and it's just not the same, man. The Friday night lights, the electricity. I mean, the people standing all along
half the town sitting in the bleachers.
Jeff, you played for Dwanger. I mean, the Friday night lights, there's just nothing like it.
That Dwanger-Snyder game is pretty impressive.
Land. I mean, you guys used to fill Zoner to the rafters, man. There's just nothing like it, man.
What was it like when you were at Norwell, Pearson? Because, I hate to say it, but for a while there, you were the whole team.
Oh, no. I mean, it was a struggle there. My freshman year, I was starting at the linebacker position, and we were not a great team. We just never found, that click together. And we didn't win too many games that first couple of years. But, Josh really pulled the defense around. Jeff Miller was our head coach. And, we ended up winning the sectional our senior year.
That's awesome.
I mean, when you go 0-10 your freshman year and you can win a sectional your senior year, I mean – takes a lot of effort, but I just loved playing out here with the guys, and then it also helped when you're knowing you're going to play college football. It helped knowing like this isn't going to be it. Right, some of these guys, this could be the last home football game for that's just what's going to happen. You just never know.
100%. But I got to tell you, working at St. Francis for as long as I did, and working right next to CRB, Coach Ryan Bolin, and knowing Melissa and seeing Brody grow up. I said, when Brody gets to Norwell, they're going to have a 4-year stretch there. And then last year, Norwell wins a sectional in football, basketball, and baseball. Brody is a star in all 3 of those sports. But what's kind of been your thoughts on Brody throughout his high school career here?
It's been fun watching Brody grow up. It's crazy. When I was in high school, I was umping over at Uniondale just south of Fort Wayne here. And I remember little 12-year-old Brody stepping up to the plate. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I known his dad, and I said, "Hey, strike zone's open for you, son." And he took advantage of it, and he was always been fun watching since 5th grade all the way up here. And
how athletic! I mean, we watch his tape, and we're blown away with the athletic ability. And Bowling Green's a fantastic school to play. But I was telling Jeff, if I was IU or Purdue, I would have been on him because he is so athletic for a kid that size.
Yeah, he's probably pushing 270 out here. Plays basketball, moves very well.
Yeah.
Baseball player. I mean, I've watched him play baseball. That's probably one of his favorite sports.
Oh, yeah.
But, football, obviously, God's given him that size to be a good player.
Sure.
And, I'm excited for him, his college career. I hope that goes great. And,
Yeah.
It's really good to have that decision off your back going into the other sports.
Sure.
So that's exciting, too.
Enjoy it and soak it up.
And I was able to talk to his dad, and it's like, other coaches are interested, but Bowling Green showed so much love to Brody that Brody just said, I feel comfortable there. I got a relationship with these guys. Talk about your recruiting process, because Air Force was after you. I mean, you had some big schools after you. And the thing is, I don't know if you know this, Joe, but Pearson was up for the Heisman Trophy, kind of. It's not the
academic Heisman.
The academic Heisman his senior year, and Drew Tranquil was there also.
That's impressive. Man.
Coming out of St. Francis, Pearson was going up with all these D1 guys.
Fantastic,
flew a private jet out there and all that.
Awesome, Christian Wilkins ended up winning that award. It's called the Campbell Trophy Award.
From Clemson.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
He's starting from Miami, and so it was a fun experience. But when you talk about your experience with St. Francis, for me, it's the same way Bowling Green was with Brody. Coach Donnelly and Coach Didier, they always showed me love. Sophomore year, they were in the stands. Actually, Coach Didier came to a couple basketball games.
Really?
I was not good at basketball, but
you're like, "Hey, Coach, I love you, man. I'll see you after the game if I miss a couple of shots."
They said, "Pearson, get on the block and get us some rebounds."
What's funny is they want to see linebackers or defensive players. They want to see you move.
And that's what I told Jeff, because I told Jeff, I said, if I was Purdue or IU, knowing Bolin's background with his fantastic family, okay, that checks the box. And they're like, I'm going to watch the tape. Okay, I love the tape. Now I want to go in person. I want to drive up there in person and watch them play basketball. And if I see those feet and the ability to exchange each end of the court, that checks the box. Here's the offer. And that's what should have been done. And he's absolutely right. If you can go watch a kid with that kind of size and athletic ability on the basketball court, pushing 260, 270, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, Chandler's left tackle at NIU, they went and watched him play hockey.
Wow.
Hockey.
Yeah.
And he was 6'8", 280.
There you go, man.
That was it. The offer on the table.
That's the recruiting, man. That is the really getting into the recruiting, but man, impressive, man.
So it was a relationship, and Air Force, some of the other schools that were pursuing you.
Yeah, so Air Force offered me. That's a full ride D1 school. I went out there a couple, visit and stuff like that. Coach Donnelly had had a program going. He was all in there with me. I had my wife with 3 kids. She was going to a nearby school too, so that was a benefit and everything like that.
Beautiful family too, by the way. How are the little boys doing? They keeping you busy?
Keeping us busy. Got soccer in the morning, so there you go. We'll watch soccer, then we'll go watch St. Francis, and then we'll watch the rest of the college football that afternoon. But
life's good.
That's good, man. It develops the footwork,
That's right.
Soccer's a great sport.
It's a good way to start, man. You get the footwork, and life's good, man. Glad you're enjoying it, man.
You're working in the community, is that right?
So I'm a financial advisor for Shelton Financial Group.
Okay.
So I work in Fort Wayne. We're off of Jefferson there.
Okay. Yeah, I know Coach Gerber was real proud of what you've been able to do in your professional career.
Yep.
Yeah, talked about that.
Yeah, so do you represent guys in this area, or is it all the way around? And hold on, do we have a St. Francis coach down there? Is that Coach Blackman? Coach Raju down there?
It is.
At the fence?
He's probably here to watch Luke Graff.
There
you know what it is?
I'll tell you what,
That's
man.
what I'm talking
gonna walk
about.
down
Hey,
there.
Luke, on the way back to the field.
This is Raju, right?
I got some papers right here, man. You mind just signing these papers real quick? Then you go ahead and play your second
Hey, man,
half,
we might have to text Raju to get – and I don't know if you know this, but tomorrow at the game, my 8th grader from the Northwood football team, so I coach at Northwood this year, and we got one of the best players in the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Caleb King Jelly. So
Raju should offer him right now. Is that possible?
Well, Josh and Caleb and Raju got a picture at the
I know that. I
St.
saw
X
that.
game.
Yeah, I know. That's a great family.
Hey,
of
we're
football,
3-2
man.
right now.
Hey, there we go.
Well, I mean, gosh, dog, that Siena Heights loss, man.
I know. That was
one-
tough. You know,
yeah.
both of them were tough. You know, 25-20 and last drive. You got the offense has the ball. Defense did their thing. You got the ball back.
What was it? The block punt against St. X that really got us. So, but you know what? Coach D's been in this situation before.
Yep. My senior year, we lost 2 games back to back. Marion Concordia, playing Siena Heights, and we should have lost.
Right.
We win that game, and we go on a 6-7
That
game
was
win streak.
unbelievable.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
47 seconds left in that Siena Heights game.
Yeah. 50 seconds left. They have the ball on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Up 1. We have no timeouts.
How do you guys
And they
win
score a
that?
touchdown.
They score a touchdown
they
instead of
said
taking a knee.
Instead of taking a
and then
knee.
you guys went down and
Coach
Went
D's
for 2,
amazing.
got it, kicked a field goal, won it in overtime.
unbelievable.
It's
That
like
was
a
the most-
99% chance of losing.
Yeah.
If you look up football stats.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
fantastic.
That literally and Coach D's mom was in the stands for
Oh,
that game,
my.
and I could have sworn that Vi willed that team
She
to a
willed us.
victory.
Yes,
It was
bless
the
her.
craziest thing. And yeah, you know what? That season was all about getting healthy at
Yep.
the right time.
Yep.
This is the time of year, Joe, when you need your
Oh, yeah.
team to get healthy
Yep.
You're
because
beat up. You're
it's
beat
a
up.
marathon and not a sprint. And I know that you dealt with some injuries
yeah.
throughout
Well,
your career.
you know, tore MCL, hamstring tear, but those are injuries you kind of work through. If you want to
Yeah.
play, you play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have to suck it up. and
Suck it up.
That's the
Yep.
biggest thing
Yep.
at that level is
Yep.
playing through the injuries.
Yep.
Yeah, player's going to play for sure.
This
and-
is the biggest drive of the game, the first one, right?
Yeah, this is going to be huge here starting
huge.
the second half because
Norwell gets the ball.
that was that Shelton interception at
Huge.
the end. Just really.
That's who I work for. That's his dad.
That's his dad.
Yeah,
How about
dad.
that? Where he makes the
Yeah,
pick,
yeah.
and we were kind of speculating up here that Columbia City might just keep the ball on the ground,
Yep.
kick the field goal, go down 5. So this drive starting the second half is huge. Quickly, what would be some of your adjustments if you're Norwell watching this game?
Yeah, obviously, penalties are our biggest. That's really torn up a couple drives. If we can clean up penalties, keep it where we're at, running the ball, make sure we get the ball to Luke Graff, and kind of, sprinkle in some of those nice short passes. I like to kind of roll out. It looks like it's been working for us. So,
Yeah.
Defensively, obviously, giving up 6 points, you won't lose a game if you give up another 6 points. So, just keep playing sound football. And just this first drive has got to be a long one.
Short passes. I like the 75-yard pass.
Brother to
Bailey.
brother. Brother to brother.
Brother to brother. He
On
found it,
senior
man.
night.
And
amazing.
He only had 3 catches come into the season.
Yep.
He kind of slips out
Yep.
of the slot, and he finds him. That was a big play.
Yep.
But I agree. I think Norwell's also going to have to kind of tighten down on this Columbia City run game. Columbia City's had some success, and if Piper can just kind of dial it in a little bit more for Columbia City, they'll be in pretty good shape because those passes to Stratton Fuller have been there, and Columbia City's had some success in the first half throwing the ball. He just missed that last one badly down here to Fuller, and Shelton made a heck of a play.
Pearson, your thoughts on Stratton Fuller, the sophomore receiver for Columbia City? I mean, he's much heralded as a sophomore. And
Yep.
he got double teamed and had to be held down there, and
Yeah.
that was a good play by Norwell.
Yeah, when you're a sophomore and being able to do this, it's really fun to watch,
No doubt about it. So we are off in the second half. And that one going to be fielded at the 3-yard line, taking it out from deep right by his end zone. Is that Cohen Bailey again who slips a tackler?
Nice effort.
Knocked out of bounds. That's actually number 22, Drew Ringer.
Yeah, they got him out to 27, so that's a pretty good return. Now, here we go. This is a big drive starting out here. Now, if I'm Columbia City, again, I would move my backers a little tighter, Jeff. and really be cognizant of that run game for Norwell. And let's see what Norwell comes out and runs here, if it's power rushing attack or if we do see a little more passing. That was probably more passing we've seen in the first half of Norwell than what they've done all year long.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You remember Drew Ringer against Ole Miss in week number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Just ran for over 100 yards. I mean, he was the star of that game, and everybody's like, is that how you say his last name? Because it's 2 G's.
That's good push up front by Columbia City. I tell you what, those interior defensive tackles for Columbia City, Riley Tucker and Cameron Heiser, have held up real well, Jeff. That's nice push up front. If I'm Coach Fox, I'm barking over there, giving some love to my D tackles.
Good stop like that on first down really does help.
Makes a big difference.
Second 8 is a lot easier to play defense than the second and 4.
Absolutely. So good push up front. Columbia City's back in that 4-4 base, so you need those D tackles to hold up.
Pistol alignment here on 2nd and 8 from their own 29-yard line. Bailey throwing across his body. Has a man and just out of bounds. Hey, that's great defensive play there, too, by number 22 for Columbia City. That's Ian Stahl.
That's a great job by Stahl to close on that. That's the play they scored the touchdown pass on, Jeff.
That's right.
That's the exact same play. He had him again, but he was late with it, and the ball hung up. And, man, did Stahl recover to run that play down. So that's tremendous defense out there by Stahl to make that play, man. Just a junior, 5'11", 175. Now you get a big third down here. This money down here, Jeff.
No doubt about it. Once again, the pistol. Bailey looking downfield, flushed out of the pocket. Rolling to the left side. Can he pick up the first down? He will. Makes the first tackler miss. Great open field run there by the senior QB.
Yeah, that's that athletic ability, isn't it, for Leighton Bailey to make that play. Now, if I'm Coach Fox, I'm screaming, baby. Who's got contained, baby?
Contain.
Who's got contained, baby? You can't have contained. But how about Bailey? Watch Bailey. See that little move right there? Oh, dog, you went inside. You lost contained. But that's a great play by Leighton Bailey.
You just got to get upfield if you're
got
that
to get up.
defensive end.
Outside shoulder has to be free.
1st and 10 now from their own 38.
Nice.
And that's Ringer. Good
Man.
stick at the line of scrimmage.
That is great defense, man. I'm telling you, man. That is just fantastic.
That was
defense.
Bodenheimer.
I tell you what, that Columbia City defense fills that so well that time, Jeff. Man, I tell you what, Columbia City is just showing out on defense. That was the kicker, that was Martin Smith, 6'3", 200, the outside backer, filling that. Look at that. Look at Smith in there. Nice defense. Outside backer sits, doesn't bite on that counter.
Smith, who had the 3 onside kicks that were recovered by the Eagles against New Haven. 2nd down and 8. The pitch goes out to Kraft. He's got all kinds of room to run.
Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground.
Fumble.
And the Eagles got it.
Wow, man, he makes a great run. Gets the edge. Columbia City loses contain, but coughs it up at the end. Wow, man. I think that just got yanked out, it looked like.
Yeah, just tried to do a little spin
A little
there.
too much. Spun it back around. You talked about it, Jeff.
My
3
goodness.
points. Watch the end lose contain. The contain's gone. Now he gets upfield. Now watch right there the spin. See, that baby's out, baby. That's how you run backside, though. Man, I love that if I'm Columbia City. My backers are running backside.
1st and 10 now. Ball at the 50-yard line.
Counter.
That almost looked like a broken play. And down the sideline from 50 yards out. That's a touchdown.
Wow, that's the counter action. That's a beautiful play call on 1st down on the counter action.
Ethan
Was that
Sievers?
I see you, Ethan. Man, that's a big-time run. That's a great play call. I'm telling you, Jeff, if you can fool the backers with the motion, you get a moment. Sievers hadn't got the corner all night, but boy, he gets it there.
Man, I thought that was a busted play there for a second.
No, that's a counter action.
And
That's
Columbia
beautiful.
City's going to have to go for 2 to tie this ball game up. On the bottom of your screen is Stratton Fuller. That's Justice Gorey. He's about 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand off to Getz in the trick play.
Dropped it.
Oh, man. Just didn't get a good pass. I love the play. That was a little trickeration, and Getz had it, just didn't throw him a good ball. Wow, he was wide open. I love the play call. just a little better execution. Bookmark that. We'll see if that's going to come back to bite him. Watch this. See it? The direct snap, hands it off to Getz. You got him, baby. Oh, just throws it a little short. Man, oh, man.
So Norwell's going to hold on to the 2-point lead.
Woo,
but,
man.
boy, if you're Coach Fox, the second half couldn't start off any better.
We get the turnover in first play. We capitalize, man.
Yeah, take us through this first play, Joe.
See the motion to the right? Bam, back to the counter. Look, they over-pursue. Look at the cut right there. I see you, Ethan. That's a beautiful cut. Steaming down the sideline. Drops the clutch. That's CC football
Man,
right
I thought
there,
that
baby.
was a busted play.
That was nice. Wow. Now, good team's answer. Norwell needs to suck it up here. We never see Graf fumble or make a mistake. Now let's see if they can suck it up, man. What a game. What a county championship, baby.
Yeah, this has absolutely been everything it was built up to be.
They should have doubled the ticket prices or tripled the ticket prices for this.
Most were saying that Norwell was at least a 21-point
No way,
favorite.
baby. No way. We put the CC helmets on last night. Jake Smith and I, it's going to be a sideline warning on CC.
Yeah.
I understand it, man, but that's kind of hard because we're jumping up and down. We're flexing after that big Ethan Sievers touchdown run. But
yeah, well,
now
next it's going to be a press box warning over here on the east side.
For Summit City. I tell you what, though. This is the first time Norwell's felt adversity this year. Let's see how they respond, Jeff.
Absolutely. Once again, back deep, Ringer, the main return man for the Knights, coming out wide. Great tackle and holding on for dear life.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great job getting helmets to the ball there for the Eagles, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 22 for Norwell.
That's a tremendous job by the special teams for Columbia City. Get down there and make that play. Now, this is the biggest drive of the year for Norwell coming up here, man. You know, sudden change for CC. They punch it in down the field. Now let's see what Norwell comes out and runs here. Let's see if Graf comes out and sucks it up here, what they're going to do. Like, we're going to see a little bit of Colbert now, maybe in the backfield now. So they're going to run a little big back, John Colbert back there now. So this is interesting, Jeff. A little adversity for Norwell.
Colbert, the starting safety, now coming back from the running back position. Bailey going to sneak it up the gut. We saw that 2 times there to end the second quarter.
Yeah,
Colbert has a lot of good rushing yards on the season. Enters today with 13 carries for 161 yards. He averages 12.4 yards per carry with 3 touchdowns.
And what Bailey's seeing there is with that 4-4, there's kind of a wedge there, and sometimes Bailey can just take that snap and shoot up the field. So good recognition. Let's see what Norwell dials up here.
Joe, he is so smart, the senior QB. Bailey going to hand it off to Colbert. There's nowhere to go.
Nice. That's Landon Tim. I see you, Landon. Beautiful job on the ends. Keeps the outside arm free, Jeff Mahoney, and blows that play up. It's danger time right now for Norwell. This is a big 3rd down. Now, if I'm Norwell, maybe I could have a screen or something. Use that Columbia City aggressiveness against them. Watch the end that time. See him keep the outside arm free. Bakersfield, beautiful defense.
Doing it up against the big right side of the offensive line there for Norwell.
Big play here, Jeff.
3rd down and 5 from their own 30-yard line. Bailey out of the shotgun once again, looking for his brother downfield. He's going to reverse directions. Somebody's got to get open. He's going to take it himself. And a 1st down for Leighton Bailey.
And that's, again, I'm upset if I'm Columbia City. That's contained. He rolls out to the left, back in, covers everything, does a nice job, but is able to reverse the field. Backside in, doesn't have contained. You got contained, baby. Watch him, Jeff, right here on Traction AP replay. Nothing's there. Uh-oh, I'm going to go back. You got contained, baby. You've got to hold that contained if you're Columbia City.
Joe, but that's always tough there, man, when a play gets extended that long. 1st and 10, the pitch goes out. Colbert cuts it back. Beautiful run up the middle.
Yes, you saw it, Pearson, didn't you? They almost yanked it free. Nice cut by Colbert. You're right, Jeff. Colbert plants the outside leg, turns the pads, steams downfield, and they almost yanked it out again. I like that quick little toss play. That's a nice play. Ends wedge down. You see it right there. Look at the cut right there. Beautiful. Now watch them looking. Oh, they're yanking. They're yanking for that ball, baby.
Be 1st and 10 now from the CC 49-yard line. Bail, broken play. Bailey now looking in the flats. Look at him head fake. Bobbing and weaving. Leighton Bailey, hello.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, that was a busted play.
Loss of forward progress after a 14-yard gain.
What a run, man. You talk about a little improvisation that time. Incredible busted play. And turns it into a good one. Now Columbia City's got to break down and wrap up. Watch the end on this. See, it's busted. Right there. You got to break down, baby. Right there. You got to make that tackle, baby. That's a heck of a job by Bailey, though, Jeff.
Pearson, let's check this out one more time. What do you think about the magic here by the senior?
Sometimes you just got to make do with what you got, right? But you got to look at the offensive linemen downfield. They're continuing their blocks.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're on blocks.
You stay on your blocks, the good things happen,
And you know what? On the nice first down pickup, that's another thing I was looking for the receivers to get open in space. Sometimes, Joe, after about 4 seconds, you got to break off that route and get open, find space.
Yeah, come back and make yourself available. But yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you have a kid out there that will just will himself sometimes to a big play. That's one of those. Now, Columbia City has got to be disciplined, maintain that gap discipline, break down, make those tackles, Jeff.
And Pearson, how many times have you seen that this year from Leighton Bailey? Because honestly, Norwell's like never behind in games.
Yeah.
They only give up 3.5 points per game.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of games this year, and there's been a lot of shutouts.
Yeah.
Their defense is everything, but, Leighton has done a lot of things this year that really does spark the offense and get them going.
And that's a QB keeper to the left side. He'll take it to the 30, 4-yard gain for Bailey.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's
Coach Gerber's going to ride that horse.
Yeah, that's a good play call because what you got is you got Colbert out there, the big back. He's going to kick out the linebacker. I like that play. That's just being outnumbered in the box, isn't it?
It's good in that we're getting, Luke some rest here for our defense because he's going to come out fresh here in the next series.
Absolutely.
Get some points here. That would be great for Norwell.
Yeah, great point.
Boy, did you ever get some rest on offense to save you for defense, Pearson? 2nd and 6.
It's a little harder when you're playing quarterback, but it feels pretty good when you got a running back that can do that.
Beautiful spin move there by Colbert. Joe, we're going to have to look at this one more time.
This is a sledgehammer type run. They went trips to the wide side and come back and run Colbert. Watch the pad level. Watch the power. See that? Boom, boom, get out the way. That's just running downhill there. Nice job there. Now, Columbia City, you got to get more pieces at the point of attack now because Norwell's just lining up and running QB sweep, or they're running power with their tailback, Jeff.
Colbert goes 6'2", He looked like a ballerina there.
Yeah, another sideline warning.
Uh-oh.
This one's going to be
That's
enforced.
That's the second one.
This one's going to be enforced.
Uh-oh.
And that hurts, man. And I'm upset if I'm Coach Gerber down there.
Coach Gerber's not happy.
Hey, can you guys explain that one right there? What's going on with the sideline warning on both sides? That's the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after the first one's a warning, the second one they mark off the penalty.
Are they calling on the coaches?
I think they're calling on the coaches, which that's the confusion right now because you don't call that on the coaches. You just got to say, hey, guys, you got to back up. Don't change the game now.
Yeah, don't sully this game. Colbert takes the pitch.
That's a heck of a block.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a block. That is 75.
Yep.
Reaches in. Isn't 6. No, down to the 1-inch line.
Hey, Luke Zetis. Luke Zetis. Is that Zetis, 75?
Zetis. Yeah, Kyle, you
Kyle,
absolutely
his
nailed
brother.
it. You're right. Watch this block.
Holy
Kyle
cow.
Zetis just absolutely destroys the end on this. And that's what Columbia City's struggling with right now.
I got to get out, Joe. I got to get out.
We'll come back to it.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
There's the sneak.
QB sneak.
Bailey. Nope. Going to hand it off to Colbert. Hey, John, you did all the work, son.
Oh, is he short? That's Riley Tucker down there fighting and wrestling with them. That's like wrestling an alligator down there. He got him. He's short, man. I see you, Riley. Woo-hoo. Man, I'd give it to Colbert again, man, or I might just sneak it, man.
You got 3 downs
You got to
here.
give it back to Colbert, man.
I tell you what, we'll come back to that Zetis block. That's a great call. He flattened the end, and Columbia City's going to have to get some help on that. I turn around and give it to Colbert again, baby.
2nd and goal from the 1. Bailey. Columbia City's ready for that.
What a
Oh,
pitch.
wow. Colbert's just
man.
going to
Nice
walk
call.
him. Columbia City was ready for the QB sneak.
Yeah, they were.
Colbert just walks right in.
That's a great play call. Norwell is so well coached. Columbia City packs it in. Now, if we get a chance, I want to go back a few plays back.
Sure we can.
Zetis absolutely flattens the end.
Hey, this is an important extra point here, going up 2 scores here.
Yeah, it
absolutely.
is.
And Pearson, I'll tell you, if Joe's saying it's a great play call, it's a great play call.
Yeah, I'm critical sometimes, man.
Because 9 out of 10, it's not, right, Joe?
That's right.
De Leon, I love this kicker here.
He's good.
He's
36 touchbacks entering today. Joe, show us what you're talking about here.
Let's go back to the run. Watch Zetis. Right, let's see here. Right there, look at that kick
Wow.
out. Woo-hoo-hoo! I'm taking you for a ride, baby. I'm locking you up. I'm going to put you in that field over there, then I'm going to plow over you. That's what Zetis did there. Watch it again. Watch him lock him right there. You're going where I'm going, baby. That's a great block. Colbert cuts off his block, gets downfield. That's a great job, baby.
Boy, for Colbert, I'm thinking this is real close,
Tremendous,
isn't it?
baby.
And there's the knee down. So that's a great call. That's as close as it gets right there.
Huh? Absolutely. It's football. You got to be excited. It's not a funeral.
So 21-12. Woo! Norwell extends their lead here.
That was a big touchdown, man, because Columbia City had that big touchdown, guys, and you felt like Norwell was facing adversity and maybe on the ropes, but what a tremendous drive to get that touchdown. Here comes Jake's little theme song again, man, with the trumpet. So now, good teams answer. CC, Columbia City, has answered all night long. This becomes a huge drive.
Getz and Fuller back deep for the Eagles, and that's going to be another
Nice
touchback.
job.
Wow, that one went through the back of the end zone.
That was just a great drive, though, for Norwell. And Zetis is awesome at nose, but he shows you that time at tackle, making that kick-out block. And I get excited up here, boy, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I love the high school kids when you see the great plays. Now let's see what Columbia City can do, man. They've done a nice job with some of these drives, Jeff.
And this game has been absolutely, Joe, one of the best games that we've seen all year. I know last year those
fantastic
Leo
game.
East Noble games.
Feels like that tonight, Jeff.
Really does.
Yeah. Now here we go. Columbia City want to be productive here on first down.
Both these teams looking for their first ever conference championship as Gorey takes a handoff right up the gut. Gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, good push up front with Norwell to kind of lock that down that time. So, man, I tell you what, now you're going to have to probably consider maybe throwing the football here.
Be 2nd down and 8 from their own 22-yard line. Piper under center. That'll be Sievers in motion, takes the handoff. They're going to string that one out. Wow, big-time play there by number 22, Drew Ringer.
Yeah, and they've been eating that play up all night. It had success last time because they had a little bit of counteraction, but I don't like that play call there. Now you're in trouble now. It's danger time for Columbia City. You're 3rd and long here. You're going to have to throw the ball here, and everybody knows it. Watch how this gets pushed out. Watch the end. See the end. See the backer sell out. See the outside backer, Jeff. Pre-snap, outside backer sells out.
And that was Graff making that play, blitzing up the gut. And that pass intercepted. Norwell in total control of this one. That's a pick by number 14.
Trace Mosier, my brother-in-law. That's my wife's brother right there.
That's outstanding.
Wow. How about that for a little
How about that
family?
little brother making plays?
Your timing is perfect in the
Perfect
booth,
timing, right?
Well,
maybe
Pearson,
you can take us through it, man.
Yeah, Pearson, what's he see here?
Yeah,
he sees an underthrown ball that he can take advantage of here on the backside safety.
Kind of forced it.
Kind of comes back out of nowhere.
Threw off his back leg, didn't
Yep.
Yeah,
he didn't see it coming. That's a good play there by the backside safety.
Now you got to suck it up if you're Columbia City. Now
I'll
if you're
tell you
Norwell.
what, Joe, there's a couple of times when we thought Norwell was going to put it away in the first half, and Columbia City was able to fight back, but they got Luke Graff back in the game.
Danger time here for Columbia City.
1st and 10. Pitch goes out to Graft.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow, Luke. Are they going to be able to bring him down as he takes it inside the 10? And we got a penalty flag. Do we have face masks?
I think we're going to have something late happen. This could be on Norwell. We'll see. We'll see. I see guys kind of dropping their heads. We'll see. Right now, though, what's happening is Norwell has established the fact that Zetas on that defensive end's a mismatch. So they are running behind that. Columbia City right now needs to roll into a 5-man front because right now that left side defensive end for Columbia City is just getting walled off and getting dominated. Something happened at the end of that play, so we'll see. It was something with the wide receivers. I think it's going to be on Norwell, so let's see what they're talking about. Personal foul on Norwell.
Okay.
Yeah. So wide receiver and defensive back were getting into it. So that's a devastating penalty. Right now, Columbia City, the adjustment is you're in trouble with your 4-man front with the left defensive end. The 4-4 has been awesome all game, but right now, number 75, Zetas, is dominating right now, Jeff. If I'm Columbia City, I got to get more help up front. Got to get out of the 4-man front because my defensive end is being walled off. And that's why that quick little pitch, Jeff, has been so effective. That was a personal foul on the wide receiver after the play, Jeff. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. That's a devastating penalty.
So it'll be first and goal, from the 24.
Better. See, that was done better. That's a nice job out there making that play, that tackle out there for Columbia City. That's a tremendous play to run that play down. If that's Chacon, let's take a look at that number out there. Checking my notes, Jeff.
Number 20 for the Eagles is Dominic Chacon.
That's Chacon making that play. Tremendous high school linebacker. Now, if you're Columbia City, you don't want to get anything tossed behind you here. Now they're in a 5-man front, Jeff. I need some guys to get some push.
Bailey rolling out to his right, has plenty of time. Will reverse direction. He's going to keep it himself. Has a lead blocker. Face mask on the play. Taken down at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that reached out and grabbed him. I don't think he got his face mask. I think he got his shoulder pads. Now they're throwing something late. You didn't throw it on the face mask in this. Let's see what they're calling here. He went by him, Jeff. Let's take on the replay. I thought he grabbed his pads. They threw it late. Let's see. The crowd went nuts. The crowd was begging for it. They may have willed themselves for it. Let's see.
Personal foul,
yeah,
Columbia City.
Yeah, they called it. That was late, boy, I tell you. Looked like he was reaching out, grabbing something. Let's see it. Was it pads or face mask? That looked like he got a hold of something. You got to go low there, You're going to get that penalty against you. Boy, the crowd, they weren't going to call it until the crowd went nuts.
Oh, no. Sometimes those yellow hankies get stuck in your pocket. That's all that was.
But if you're the Columbia City out there, you got to go low on that. And now, look, you give the yardage back. That's a devastating penalty to give that yardage back, man. Look, now it's first and goal at the 7.
Instead of the 24.
What a turn of events. And again, you've got to keep this quarterback, Bailey. You've got to box him in the pocket, Jeff. Those ends must keep their discipline and box him in.
Norwell looking to extend this 9-point lead here with 3:04 left to play in the third quarter.
Bookmark that play. That was a devastating penalty. And that's what happens when you get a little bit tired. You got to come up and break down, make that tackle. Now, again, if I'm Columbia City, I would widen my ends out, Jeff, because right now we're getting dominated. I'm in a 5-man front. I've got to widen my ends out a little bit if I'm Columbia City. I don't want to get him down again.
We got third down, John. Jeff.
Third and goal from the 7. Bailey hands it off to Graft. Old Faithful takes it inside the 5 down to about the 3.
I thought maybe that was the first time after the personal foul, but
high school rules are a little different there.
A little different. Good call, brother.
Yep.
Good call. Thanks for helping us out. Now, kick the field goal and go up 12.
Absolutely, with this kicker.
And Columbia City, tell you what, again, their defense, Jeff, after the interception, they suck it up and at least hold them to a field goal. They're still in the game. So, man, after that turn of events, to get away with maybe just 3 points here, you got to feel good if you're Columbia City.
De Leon with 5 field goals on the season. Looking for number 6. It's up and it's good. The 21-yard field goal is good by Austin De Leon, the junior kicker.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. Nice drive there. The penalties were big, Jeff, but Columbia City survives. Now, this is where the offense has to settle down. I go to Coach Fox and I tell Colton, hey, you've been my dog all year long. I believe in you. You're a great quarterback. We got to throw the ball a little bit more here. I'm going to try to get you in first down situations instead of putting the pressure on Colton to throw the ball on third when you're behind the chains. Major, major drive here.
It's like Snyder's up 17-7, so it will not be the 5th shutout of the year for the Panthers. How about Carroll and Wayne? Carroll up 17-8.
Yeah, how about that, man? I tell you what, Wayne, that's got to scare you a little bit if you're Columbia City, because Wayne's starting to figure some things out, man.
Northside up 27-7 over Concordia.
That's a good win that'd be a good win for North. You know, Concordia's got some dogs.
Northside's looking for its first sectional since 1990, Joe.
How about that? A 7-win regular season for North.
But how about these two teams looking for their first ever NE8 conference championship? Columbia City had 2 when they're in the Northeast. Was it Northeast corner?
Yep.
NHC.
Yep.
The NHC.
The old one. Up.
Oh, wow.
Get
that
upfield.
One's dropped at the 3-yard line. Good job getting to the outside.
That's really good. You're right.
Shelton had really good contain there.
Shelton did a fantastic job on contain because he looked like he may get up the field for a moment. But right now, Columbia City's got to take a deep breath and kind of catch their sea legs. Now here, I show some confidence in my senior quarterback. I come out here and throw the ball on first down. I say, look, I've got to open up this defense a little bit. I've had some success throwing the ball to my slots, and I got Fuller. I got to show some confidence in my quarterback here, and I attack and throw the ball here, Jeff.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They're going to give it to Sievers. Once again on that jet motion. The Sievers picking up 5, maybe 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, I don't like the play call, but that time they got a good block on the end. What's happening on that play, if the outside backer sells out pre-snap, that play's a bust. That time the outside backer stayed home. So now you're 2nd and 4 here. You might be able to throw it a little bit here. Maybe get Shear involved or look for a slot or Fuller here.
Here on 2nd down and 4, they give it to the fullback.
Yeah, I tell you what, that Zetis and Bolin, those guys, all the guys up front. And I want to check a number 53, Jeff. Who's that 53 for Norwell? You got that number?
Yeah, that's Billiard.
Yeah, Billiard's playing well down there.
6'1", 275.
I see you, Billiard. It's been a force to move down there.
On 3rd and 2, they're going to give it to Sievers once again around the left side. They'll string it out, but that
we'll see if he got it.
Short of a first down.
That's going to be close. He got a pretty good mark, and they're going to have to go for it here. I don't like the play call. I think at some point you got, I don't know about punting here, baby.
Well,
I don't know, man. I don't like that play call on 3rd down,
First quarter they went for it on the very first possession.
I got it, but you know what? You can't run if you're going to punt here, which you probably have to. You can't run that play there. You have to throw the football, man. Terrible play call on 3rd down.
Colton Piper, starting quarterback, back to punt it.
Almost
gets it off. And that's a high punt. That's going to take a nice Columbia City roll. Wow, beautiful punt all the way down to about the 23-yard line.
So you flip the field. Now you got to play D.
Wow,
now,
Colton Piper.
Nice punt, Colton. Now you got to play D. Now I'm cognizant of my left defensive end here. I got to get some help on that side if I'm Columbia City. But I got to be honest with you, and I like the play calls there on that drive. You're down 12 points. Norwell's really lathering up. I got to give my D a rest. I need a couple first downs on that drive.
That's going to be a new season high there for Piper. Entering today, 47-yarder was his longest punt.
Now Norwell smells blood. I'm hyper-aggressive here if I'm Norwell. Columbia City's got to suck it up. They're coming back with Colpert again.
That's a 54-yard punt.
Great punt. Flip the field.
So 1st and 10, Bailey under center. Going to pitch it to the big running back. No, that's Colbert.
Yeah, and that's the play right now. It's a quick pitch to the short side, and they're whamming down the D, and Colbert's hurt. Graf's got to get in the game.
If you look at it, that was a beautiful-looking hit there by the linebacker.
Yeah, and he hurt his shoulder there. He's coming to the bench.
That's his ribs.
Now his ribs or his shoulder, we'll see. That's his ribs. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You see that hit?
Beautiful. I
that
tell
looked
you
like
what.
Pearson Harnish coming down on a play.
That's your backers. Now let's see what Norwell does here.
2nd and 1.
Nice.
Colbert.
Good defense. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good job. Now, see those safeties and defensive backs? Looked like maybe that was Smith, too, are starting to get a little nosy to get in there. So
that's going to be short.
That's short. You're gonna have what? Well, let's see. They got marked 1st and 10 at the. Oh, they gave it to him. I thought that was short. So let's see. Let's see what Columbia City does here. Man, you need to stop here, Jeff. You're coming down the end of the quarter. That's probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. But man, Columbia City needs to stop. I just can't tell you enough how much I hated the play calling in the last drive. That really, really hurt Columbia City.
So, folks, we got about 3 seconds on the play clock.
No, I think they forgot to reset the play clock. They're going to
reset it, let it go down.
All right, so that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. We'll be back for the final frame after this quick break. You're watching Indiana High School football here on Summit City Sports.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Pleasure meeting you, brother.
Welcome back, everybody, as we getting ready to start the 4th quarter.
That was awesome, man. A little St. Francis Norwell flair, right,
yeah,
brother?
Pearson's going to head down and talk to Raju, and Pearson will see you at the game tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. It's a pleasure meeting you, man.
Is Dunn going to be out there? Okay, so we'll have the 2-star middle linebackers from the back-to-back national champions 2016 and 17. 1st and 10, and they're going to pitch it out to Graft, and nowhere to go. That was a great play by the defensive end that time, Joe.
Yeah, and that's what they need. Beautiful job by the defensive end to get his pads on Graft quickly. So I tell you what, they just got to suck it up. If you're Columbia City, if I'm Coach Fox, I'm barking out there. I love you, dog. I need more. That's what I'm talking about. Watch him get off the block, Jeff. Watch this right here. See him get off the block? Good. Outside arms free. That's how you play it. That's how you play defensive end, baby.
Got to get that man upfield, Joe. You just stretch that play out. 2nd down and 13 after the loss of 3 on the play. Bailey out of the pistol to his left. Nowhere to go.
Nice.
Is that Arntz?
That's Arntz, baby.
Woo!
That's a great delayed blitz from the backer. Now you're getting aggressive with your defense. That's right. You got to just roll the dice sometimes. That's a tremendous play. I love it. That's how you do it. You just got to roll the dice sometimes and ride with your kids.
You see Arntz here.
Watch him shoot, Jeff. You see him come through. Yep. Boom! Beautiful job.
And you're right.
Wow.
There's about a 1 second delay there by Arntz.
That's a great defensive call. I like it because they realize that Bailey likes to hang around back there, run around the pocket. You just take that away and put him down.
3rd and 22 from their own 21-yard line. Bailey going deep, and that's a duck. Yeah. And it's intercepted for Columbia City.
Why?
Number 7, Cohen Payne.
That's a great play by Payne. But if you're Norwell, why do you throw that ball there? You're up 12. 10 minutes left. Check the ball down and punt the ball away. That's a tremendous block for Columbia City. Now let's see what we got. I think we got a hold in the defensive backfield, so that's going to be declined. Yeah, we got a hold on Norwell. You got to check that ball down, baby.
Wow.
You're gambling there. The wind's so bad out there. Watch the ball hang up, Jeff. You see it?
Yeah, he's throwing into the wind.
He's got Graft to check down. Look at Payne go get it. Nice job. Now if you're Columbia City, you got the short field. Now I'll tell you what, Jeff. Do you roll the dice and throw the ball here? 1st down, maybe roll the dice.
Well, you know what? You got the wind at your back.
Sudden change here. I may dial one up here, baby.
1st and 10 from the Norwell 46-yard line. They'll give it to Gorey. falling forward, gain about 4 yards.
No, you got to move a little faster now. You're in the fourth quarter now. I don't want to get stagnant with my offense now. I want to attack. I got to get in and get these plays in. I got to move a little bit faster. I'd come back to that little out they run with the slot. I like the play action when they threw the ball to Severs in the slot and Arntz.
2nd down and 7. Severs in motion. They'll hand it off to Gorey once again. Gorey doing a good job finding the hole, but he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and you got to realize you're down 12. You need 2 scores, so you got to move. You got to move. That's 2 dives on 1st and 2nd down. Now it puts a little pressure on. Now it's 3rd and manageable. Now let's see what they dial up here if you're Columbia City.
3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. Severs going to fake on the jet.
Taking too much time.
He's going to head back over to the wing.
He's changing the play, but it's taking too much time.
Wow. Piper rolling out to his right. Over the middle.
Nice.
Is that Shearer?
That's a great, it looked like Shearer. That's a great catch. And that's a good ball. I thought Piper was in trouble. There was a lot of traffic. That's a nice job, Jeff, to fit that ball in there. Now I come back. Got to move a little faster now. That was a big conversion, Tommy.
We're going to have to get out. Severs, bottom of your screen. Patient on the run.
I hate that play. That play is that's a wasted play.
Colbert just blew that up.
Colbert blew it up, and the backers are going to take that away. You have to come back to play action, maybe run the ball between the tackles. You got to get away from that jet sweep play. They're eating that play up. Watch it here, Jeff. You see? Way too long developed. Look at the backers run backside. That's beautiful defense.
Colbert did a good job of coming up. Now Piper has a man on the out.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's
Is that
Fuller.
Payne?
That looks like Fuller. That's Fuller catching that ball out there, I believe, Jeff. If you want to check a number.
Yeah, that's Stratton Fuller, all right.
That's a great ball by Piper. The ball comes out early, and he sticks it. That out is there. They have so much respect for Fuller, Jeff. You don't want to give up the touchdown. That out is there. Now Piper's getting the rhythm. I'd throw it again.
1st and 10 now from the Norwell 21-yard line. Gorey cutting it up.
Nice, the counter action. I like that. I like it when they show motion because what happens is those backers have to identify and recognize the motion, and they come back and run the big back on the counter. This is a good-looking drive, Jeff. How big now is that interception for Norwell if Columbia City can get points here? It's 4-down territory, too. Field goal does you no good, baby.
2nd and 4 from the 15-yard line. Gorey once again, this time to the 10.
Yeah, and that's going to be a 1st down. You're going to be 1st and goal at the 10 now. It's 4-down territory. You got to move a little faster now. We're down to about 7 minutes now. You got to get it moving now. You got to get touchdown here, Tommy, but you got to move with a purpose. Can't eat up a lot of play clock. Yeah, Norwell, that's a good timeout by Norwell, Jeff. Norwell is extremely well coached. Look, I got 7 guys playing both ways, Jeff Mahoney. Let me burn a timeout. Let me get them a blow. Let me make this as difficult as I can on Columbia City to get points here.
And it looks like they may have had a personnel issue there that coach did not like because they got another defensive end back in, or excuse me, D tackle back in the game is Zetis. Zetis was over here on the training table. I think he's getting retaped.
Yeah, exactly. And they better hurry up, man. I'll tell you what, who's ever spackling that or rolling that tape, you better roll that fast because they need Zetis in the game. Now, if I was Norwell here, Jeff, I'd get out of the 3-4 and I'd get into the 4-4 here if I'm Norwell, man. The one guy I have to account for in the pass game is Fuller or that slot coming out. I roll into a 4-4 if I'm Norwell and I say, look, you're not going to run this ball in. I'm going to make you have to make
that's exactly what they were doing. That's why Coach called the timeout.
That's right. You got to switch it up here. Now, let's see. Again, you've got a tight end. It's 6'6" here in Shear. You might be able to do something with a big tight end. So let's see what they do here, Jeff. But if I'm Norwell, I get into they're in a 4-man front now, Jeff.
Yeah, they got Zetis and Billiard out there. 1st down and goal from the 10. And wow, look at Getz.
Oh, touchdown.
Nearly finds the pylon
man, I
there.
thought he reached it out. Wow.
He got pushed out right at the 1.
That's that counter action. Now you see, Norwell's big inside, and they bite on that to the back. And see, Getz can get that corner because he's so quick.
I'll tell you what, Columbia City's smart here. I can't even get a replay in there so fast. Second goal from the 1. Was that Arns?
I tell you what, he reached it out, boy. Now you got a 6'2", 205-pound quarterback here at Piper. I may just goose him here, Jeff, and see if I can sneak it. Let's see. 3rd down, baby.
3rd and 1. And
touchdown.
that's going to be in for 6.
Arns. I see you, Josh Arns.
Huge touchdown for Arns.
I see you. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That was a big drive. Wow. How big was the interception now, Jeff? Unbelievable, man. Woo. Man, oh, man, I tell you what. They get the ball down the goal line. 3rd down, man, and they absolutely smash it in. Wow, we got ourselves a Jeff Mahoney classic, man. Unbelievable.
PAT attempt put this game within 5 points, and it's up and in.
Woo, man, I tell you what, that was the biggest touchdown of the year for Columbia City. You felt like Norwell had the ball, had them down 12 in the 4th, but they gamble and throw a long pass, and Columbia City gets the interception. And, man, how bad now does Norwell wish they would have checked that ball down, Jeff Mahoney. So now another huge drive is coming for Norwell.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Joe. What a way,
game, man.
What a way to respond there. I mean, there's
What a
2
game.
times in this game when we thought Columbia City was completely out of it, and they have fought their way back. Those folks across the way,
Senior leadership.
They have the stands packed. They've got the fence lined with Eagle fans, and they're just loving it.
And we said it all year long. This isn't your mom and dad or grandma or grandpa's Columbia City team, man. It's a different brand.
Well, they got the
Columbia
new
City.
school out there.
New school, got the unis. Tell you what, man, the youth program's firing out there. 7th grade's undefeated. They're going to play for a championship.
They're going to play Norwell.
I tell you, they're playing Norwell. You got sheepdogs all over for Columbia City, and what a great game.
So Ringer back deep at his half-yard line for the Knights. 7:05 remaining for the NE8 championship. And that's going to go out of bounds. They'll take it at the 35.
Yeah, you can't have that. That's a bad break. Got to keep that ball inside. I tell you what, the game's this close. Can't have those mistakes. So now let's see. Now Leighton Bailey's got to shake it off and suck it up. And let's see. I love what Columbia City did with their defense, Jeff. They had a little delay blitz with the backer on the last possession and really put a spy on Leighton Bailey and kind of took that run around away. So this is a huge possession in this game, man.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Norwell, last possession. It was the interception. Now they are throwing into a heavy wind here, 25 mile an hour coming in from the west.
I don't think they're going to throw the ball again, Jeff. If I'm Columbia City, I sell out against the run here.
They're going to hand it off. That's Neuenschwanger.
Yeah, nice job. That was Bodenheimer.
Bodenheimer, excuse me.
Good call. That's Bodenheimer on the counter. And you know what? I don't think they're throwing it now if I'm Columbia City. I'm totally selling out now, baby. I'm telling my backers, one step forward. With that wind in their face, Jeff, and after that last interception, they're not throwing the ball here. If I'm Columbia City, man, I'm selling out to stop the run here, baby.
It's going to have to be some quick hitters if they do put it up in the air. It'll be 2nd and 8 now for the Knights.
They're going to run the ball again here. I tell my backers, get up in there.
Pistol alignment.
Yep, quarter.
Bailey's going to keep it himself.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
What
I see
a
you.
play.
That's Ethan Sievers on the shoot from the outside linebacker position. I see you, Ethan. That's how you play outside backer. Wow, it's Columbia City. Sucked it up. We're from the Whitley, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now you have a monster 3rd and 10, or 3rd and 9, Jeff. This is a huge play. Dare they throw it here? I don't think they are, Jeff. I would sell out again. Wow, this is a huge play in the game. Woo! Man, oh man. What a game. What a game, baby. Jeff Mahoney, classic in the county, the Sheepdog Bowl. They got to burn a timeout. They don't know what to do now. They're confused. Man, they got that wind. Do we gamble throwing it? Wow, here comes CC. Woo! Man, oh man, we're from the Whitley, baby. What a great game, man, oh man. Talk about the senior leadership sucking it up to make the plays, man. Unbelievable, man. This is the biggest third down of the year in the county right now in this game, 3rd and 9. And I think if you're Norwell, you're just going to have to be brave and throw the ball here. I wouldn't throw anything deep. I might sneak grab maybe to the flat and see if I can get him the ball early and make some plays, man. But this is a monster 3rd down here, man.
Boy, and the wind is howling.
Howling, baby. Let's see what they dial up.
Be a pistol alignment once again. Bailey with Graff behind him. No pitch it to Luke. We got a reverse.
Oh, in stays home. Oh, fumble. Fumble. Oh, what a play by the defensive end. I see you. Is that Tim out there? Oh, what a play. Wow, what a stop. Wow, the end stays home. They run the reverse. Unbelievable defense. Wow, they suck it up, Jeff. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Wow, Norwell's got a punt, and they got punt into like a 30-mile-per-hour wind. Now, if I'm Stratton, I'm scooting up, baby. I don't think he's going to kick that ball that deep.
No way, not into this wind. Woo! It's Bolin back to punt it here with 4:55 left to play. Bolin will do a little rugby style and just hits it as it'll roll out. Actually, that's not a bad punt there because you got to keep that ball low.
Now, if you're Columbia City, 4 minutes and 53 yards away from a county championship. Here we go, baby. 4-down territory the whole way. Man, we got a good one in the county. 4 minutes and 53 yards away if you're Columbia City for a county championship. Now, if you're Norwell, you got to suck it up here and play some defense, man. What a great game. Here we go, Jeff.
So the Eagles down by 5. Piper, Gorey, he's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Look at Brody Bolin with the TFL.
Too conservative. Don't be scared. You got to roll the dice with the play calling. Don't get too conservative here. You've rolled the dice all night. You've been able to do it. You got to take some risk to get reward here. Don't get too conservative with the play calling.
Wow, this wind is really howling. 2nd down and 13 for the Eagles. Piper, nowhere to go, and he gets it off.
Woo!
Peyton Sheeran, we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, let's see what we got. We're either going to have a hold on defense or an illegal man downfield. We could have an illegal man downfield on Columbia City. Let's see what they're going to call. That was a great ball by Piper to get that out. Let's see what they're going to call here. This is a huge call here. Illegal man downfield. Wow, unbelievable. I had to see that on the Traction AP replay. Man, Piper turned and got that ball off. I'd like to see that on the Traction AP replay, see who's down the field. That's what they called, Jeff. Illegal man downfield. That's a big penalty, man. Now you're going to have 2nd down and 17, man. That was a huge call. Didn't get a chance to look at it on the replay. Big play down the field.
On the reverse, Severs has blockers.
Woo,
tripped up.
That's a great play out there by Shelton. Shelton doesn't make that tackle. That's a big play. Now you're 3rd and about 8. It's 4-down territory.
Take you back, Joe, to the pass play.
Let's take a look, see if anybody's downfield. Yeah, I tell you what, they got the linemen downfield. That's pretty close, but they got the linemen downfield. Now, here we go, man.
Oh, that's absolutely a lineman came out.
Absolutely, that was the call. Got him, nailed him. 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 from their own 49-yard line. Piper looking for his man.
And he's got to let that play develop. That was a out and go, but Piper threw it too quick. He was in trouble. Now here you go, man. It's 4th down here. I tell you what, maybe you could throw something, maybe sheer down the seam, Jeff. You've looked and looked and looked for Fuller. Or they're going to punt the ball here.
They're going to punt it.
Wow.
Now you got to, with the wind behind them, Joe, what you got to be careful of is punting it for a touchback.
I think I would have gone for it there because, man, that's tough for your defense to get another stop. Now the play clock's going down. Yeah, burn a timeout. Yeah, burn a timeout.
Oh, wow. Play clock at 0, no flag. And that's a beautiful punt, but you got to get back. Oh, it rolls out at the 5.
What a break, man.
Holy cow, Colton Piper, what a punt.
Man, you should have been penalized on the play clock. What a break. You don't get the penalty in the play clock. Mass confusion. What a punt, man.
That's the second great punt in this game by Colton Piper.
Man, what a punt, man. Wow. Man, you dodged a bullet. Now let's see if the gamble plays off. I probably would have rolled the dice and went for it there, but you got a great punt, so you got to give the coaching staff credit for that.
You're at about the 6-yard line.
But now can your defense get a stop? They're not throwing it now. I'll tell you what, get all my guys in the box now. They're not going to throw it now. We got to get a stop here.
Single safety for the Eagles here on 1st and 10. Norwell with the ball at their own 6. They'll give it to Graff, nowhere to go.
Nice job, yeah. Now if you're Norwell.
That was the absolute perfect call by Columbia City to punt it there, Joe. Because if Norwell doesn't pick up a 1st down, now they're punting into this vicious wind.
Now if you're Norwell, you got to be maybe a little more aggressive here. You can't just run the dive play, okay? You got to be, I wouldn't throw it here, but I'd be a little more aggressive. I might try that quarterback sweep again here out of power, Jeff. I tell you what, when Colbert got dinged with his ribs and went out, that's really hurting the Norwell offense.
2nd down and 10 for the Knights.
It's quarterback sneak.
Bailey's going to keep it himself.
It's too conservative.
Great job fighting for extra yards. He'll take it to about the 9, maybe the 10.
It's too conservative,
but that's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
This is the biggest 3rd down now because this big play here. Now, if I'm Columbia City, I'm selling out. Norwell's got ultra conservative. I don't like this for Norwell because you're going to have a heck of a time punting into this wind. This is where you got to take a risk. Risk and reward. See if you can get this 1st down. You get a 1st down here, it's probably the game.
Here on 3rd and 7. Bailey under center. Keeps it around the left side.
Tackle.
Gets tripped up. Beautiful job. Is that Arns?
That's Arns or Chacon. I tell you what, that's a beautiful tackle out there.
That looks like Arns.
That's Arns again. Wow. Talk about staying home. They reverse the quarterback out, and Arns runs down and makes another play. I tell you what, that's a sheepdog wearing that white out there for the Whitley. Watch this right here.
Boy, Leighton Bailey looks so good on those QB keepers.
Wow, Bailey had it, but Arns is so strong, drops him with the forearm. Now you got a punt. Now if you're Columbia City, whatever you do, don't jump off sides. It's 4th and 3. I tell you what, you jump off sides, you're walking home, man. I tell you what, don't jump off sides if you're Columbia City here, Jeff. And remember, Boland's a big boy back there punting, Jeff. So you might even want to put a spy, maybe Arns on Boland. If Boland gets a little happy and tries something, but whatever you do, don't jump off sides.
I don't even think you put anybody back, but they're going to. They got Stratton Fuller back, and he's going deep.
I would be careful here with Boland.
Stratton's going to be lined up right around the 50.
They're going to try to get him to jump here. Now you better watch out here. They're going to try to get him to jump. Nope, there goes Boylan. Okay, now whatever you do, don't jump off sides.
4th and 3, inside 2 minutes left to play in this game. Boland, holy cow, what a punt. That'll be fair caught at the 48-yard line.
Well done.
Wow, he got all of that one.
Give credit to the Columbia City coaching staff for being patient, Jeff. Totally paid off. They waited and were patient to take the gamble. Now you got 2 minutes left. I'm telling you, first down here, Jeff, I don't run a dive, baby. I roll the dice here, man. Maybe you do the play action here. You got Shear. I get Arntz in the game. Maybe you can dump the ball down. I would not be conservative here. I'd throw the ball down the field.
Eagles down by 5. Just 1:52 left to play. Piper looking down the middle of the field. Stratton Fuller gets tied up.
Woo, he wanted
That'll
it.
bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, that's triple coverage. I don't like that play because you got to have Shear underneath. There's got to be an outlet underneath. Norwell's not going to let you throw one over the head to Stratton Fuller in this situation. You got to get your big tight end or a slot back involved. You see that, Jeff? There's nothing underneath, baby.
Boy, this wind is howling. Fuller at the top of your screen. Piper to his right, going once again for Fuller, and there's nothing there, Joe.
He's got to drop that underneath. He had Gorey. He's got to check that ball down. He had his fullback wide open. If you take a look at it, Jeff, right now he's trying to force it to Fuller. They're not going to let you throw it to Fuller right now. They are not going to let you beat you with Fuller. You got to drop it down. Watch it right here, Traction AP. Watch the back right there. You got to drop it down, baby. You had him.
Now it's 3rd and 10. Still 1:41 remaining. Plenty of time. They're going to hand it off. That's Ethan Severs. Severs gets the edge. Down the sideline. Cuts it back at the 22. Severs could go in for 6. Caught from behind.
What a run.
Holy cow. Ethan Severs all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, he was running for the Whitley, baby. What a call. They give you a little bit of counter emotion and come back with the sweep. Jake Smith be loving that. He's got to be jumping up and down someplace. And the cutback by Severs. I thought he was going to get to the end zone, Jeff. Unbelievable, Tommy.
Norwell did a good job there tracking that one.
They give you the motion. Look at Severs come back. Look at that, Jeff. Look at the kick out, man. You love that, don't you, Bubba? Wow, man. What a game. A Jeff Mahoney classic, man. Wow. Unbelievable.
So that's a good job by Russo tracking that one down. He's the one that's a little late to get up, but he's good now.
And you're right, man. How about the hustle by Russo to get that tackle on that, Jeff? He doesn't hustle down there. They still got to get 4 yards to get in the end zone, so Russo runs backside to make the tackle.
1st and goal from the 4, and it's going to be tough for Norwell, even if they get the ball back with time left with this wind.
Yes.
Columbia City got it done with Severs on the last play. They're going to give it to the big man.
That's Arntz.
That's Arntz taking it down to about the 2-yard line.
Man, does he run hard, man. Runs so hard. I'd give it to him again, Jeff, behind Maley. I say, big dog, run in for the Whitley, man.
Boy, and I don't think we've seen Colton Piper keeping himself yet this game.
No, I tell you what. You got 3 more shots at it here. Look at that clock run down, Jeff. You can punch it in here. You're in great shape.
Inside of 1 minute left to play. A field goal's not going to be enough. Down by 5. Piper under center. Once again, it goes Arntz, and he's in for 6.
Whoa! For the Whitley, baby! I see you, Josh Arntz.
Eagles take the lead from 2 yards out.
Wow! For the Whitley! I see you, Josh Arntz. Wow! Wow! What a comeback in the 4th quarter. Unbelievable. Woo-hoo-hoo! Man, oh man, Ethan Severs makes the run, and Arntz punches it in. Woo! What a game. What a game. Summit City for life, baby. What a game. Woo! Gotta go for 2, Jeff.
And the handoff once again to Arntz. This time looks like he may be stopped short.
He's short now. Now you got 49 seconds. You got a kicker, but there's no way you can kick into this wind. Unbelievable, man. What a drive. Man, everything just turned around this game after that interception. Unbelievable. Wow, Tommy Norris, man. Whew, I even broke my watch, Jeff. That's when you know it's a Summit City game.
Just 49 seconds remaining
What a game,
here.
man. What a game, man.
Columbia City looking for their first ever NE8 Conference Championship.
Man.
And for the Eagles, this will be their first conference championship since 2010 when they're in the Northeast Hoosier Conference.
Man, has Columbia City sucked it up. Down 12 going into the fourth quarter, and just these seniors have just willed themselves, Jeff. Wow, man. Felt like the wind picked up and Columbia City picked up with it, man.
Great defensive stops by Sievers on possession two possessions ago.
How key is it, Jeff, that Norwell has the wind at their face with their kicker? I mean, if the wind was at the back, as good as that kicker is, but man, oh man. Now if you're Columbia City, you got to win here on special teams.
And the kick is going to go just short of the end zone. Actually, it'd be fielded in the end zone by Ringer.
That's actually, you want that. You wanted to bring it out, but you're just wasting time. 49 seconds now for Norwell. Now this is where maybe you could throw something underneath, Jeff. You know, we tough with that win to get the ball down the field. Now if you're Columbia City, you got to wrap up here.
Wow, this game!
What a game!
This game starts with the very first possession. Columbia City going for it inside the 30 and getting stuffed.
What a game! What a sheepdog game in the county, man.
Two times in this game, you thought the Knights were just going to run away with it.
Wow, what a season for the NE8. Can't get beat deep. Nobody behind you. Tommy Norris is right.
Bailey in the shotgun, spread formation, looking deep, throws it up, and he's looking for Graft, nearly intercepted.
Man. Wow.
Great defense on the play.
Yeah, it's cover two back there, and the safety gets over. Maybe Payne got over there and knocked that away. Have to check that number.
Looks like number 20 for Columbia City. That would be Dominic Chacon.
That's Chacon again making a play. Thank you, Jeff. Now, if you're Columbia City, you got a four-man rush. I might want to bring a backer, Jeff, to speed him up a little bit. I don't want to let him stand back there too long and run around. Might want to bring a delayed blitz here if you're Columbia City.
2nd and 10 with 42 seconds. Bailey looking for the out pattern, and once again, that time it was Arntz with the coverage.
That's what makes Arntz so good. That's Jake Smith's boy. Arntz can stuff the run at the linebacker. He can also cover. That's why Arntz should be a very, very coveted player at the next level, Jeff.
Well, I tell you what, Joe, you know, these routes downfield just aren't working. There's too many defenders. Can you sneak a running back out of the backfield or something?
Or a running back screen, maybe. Maybe a middle screen to the running back.
3rd down and 10. Bailey, his first touchdown was a 75-yarder to his brother.
Let's see what they got here.
Bailey.
Like you got a false start here on Norwell. Let's see here. They're going to go back 5 yards if that's the case. They're in trouble, Jeff. Yeah, you got a false start and a wide receiver out there. You're going backwards, man. That wind
the Eagles
is an issue.
fans are feeling
Now,
it.
what I would do here is I would see if I could sneak one of my receivers up the seam, man. Maybe I can get a receiver up the seam and get rid of the ball quick. But I can't throw anything too far in the field because the wind's so bad.
On 3rd and 10. Pressure, and they're going to dump it off.
That was the screen. That was the middle screen that time. But Columbia City does a nice job and doesn't buy it. That's the D-line there, man. Here we go. 4th and 15 for the conference championship. Norwell's going to burn a timeout, Jeff. Wow, how about
What
CC?
can you do on 4th and 15?
How about CC, man? Wow, unbelievable. The ability to suck it up. And they were a 24-point dog? Who needs the points? I don't want the points if I'm Columbia City.
But I tell you what, I mean,
Wow.
Everybody's telling me that Columbia City is going to get worked. I said, I don't think so.
Man. I put the helmet on last night, man.
But I wasn't so sure.
I put the helmet on last night. I could barely out there. It was a big helmet. Casey's got multiple.
That was a huge helmet.
But, man, what a game, man. That was a huge helmet. Jake, after the broadcast last night, we'll give you a little inside baseball around the fort. I had to help pry the helmet off Jake's head last night. I mean, I was concerned. Jake couldn't go home with that helmet stuck on his head, Tommy. I had to pry that off, but here we go, man, Jeff.
Colton Piper, 9 for 20, 140 yards, had the 2 interceptions, but Ethan Sievers, great game here. 96 yards rushing and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns for Arntz.
Here we go, fourth
and 15. 2 wide receivers up top, 2 on the bottom. That's Graft in the flats. Bailey looking deep, has a man in the middle of the field, Neuenschlager. Wow, big hit. Was that?
That's it.
Was that Chacon?
Yeah, that's Chacon to finish it. Wow, man.
So Columbia City is going to win this game 25-24. Flag on the field.
They're going to decline it. You got to hold. They're going to decline it. Columbia City's going to come out and take a knee, man. Wow. How about that? Congratulations, Coach Fox. Unbelievable. What a win, man. That's gotta be maybe the biggest win in the program history, possibly. Unbelievable, man.
Biggest win in Coach Fox.
That's a big
career,
win,
no
baby.
doubt about
That's a big win, baby. I tell you what, man. Wow. Down 12 in the fourth, man. And you know what? That interception, that change, that turnover just turned everything. And that's a monster run by Ethan Sievers, Jeff. Wow, do we have a Mahoney County Classic tonight, baby. Woo! That might be the biggest win I've ever seen Columbia City ever have. That's the county championship.
Much respect there between both squads.
Wow. Unbelievable. I see you, Coach Fox. Wow. I see you, Columbia City. Wow. I see you, the Whitley. Wow. Woo! Man, oh man. Unbelievable.
So folks, the final 25-24. Unbelievable game here to wrap up NE8 play.
Wow, what a comeback.
And today's game was brought to you by Big Eye Fish. They've been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a friendly family environment. Kelly Automotive, celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their brands at drivekelly.com. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Tom Steele Tire. Ottweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit ottweilercontracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution from your home or business. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Jolly Law Firm. They can do what it takes to get your past behind you. Visit Jolly Law Firm. He's got the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online at sf.edu. Joe, that's going to do it here from Norwell's. Columbia City comes back in a stunner. As I said, in the first half, you thought Norwell would run away with it. Columbia City fought back. Then in the second half, you thought they were going to run away with it.
Columbia City, with their senior leadership, had every answer tonight. The minute we thought Norwell was going to put them away, Columbia City sucked it up with the senior leadership and came back. And to me, that's got to be the biggest win in their program, Jeff.
So that'll do it. On behalf of Joe Walburn, I'm Jeff Mahoney. We had Tommy Norris here in the booth and Pat Reith on camera. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1 hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November in addition to the club training he was doing because it offers, this is a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development.